I just no, yeah.
Yeah.
I said yo mama because Spencer's like, who's this? You know.
Oh,
I said yo
okay.
mama. Then
Oh
Spencer said
yeah,
Happy
so
Mother's
funny.
Day.
Ha, 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 ha,
Ha
ha,
ha
ha.
ha ha ha. Uh,
Respectfully, yo mama.
respectfully, go die.
Whoa!
Damn.
Wow.
I didn't
Okay.
hear
Respectfully,
you.
Yeah.
respectfully, I will dox you.
Josue, were you catching Nate up?
A little
A
bit.
little bit, yeah.
What
Because
did you?
basically, the guy that runs the city got drunk once we were uh when we left the garage that had the ship,
Hmm.
and he was like, if he had like accomplices or whatever, and if those people come and surrender or something, uh, we may extend this guy's life, something like that. And we were debating if we want to go and help him or not.
Yeah, and you had the idea to potentially like geos some random people and use
Yes, and
them to make it look like you guys
yep,
and have them turn themselves in. I know
yep,
that's like the last thing we talked about.
yeah.
And
At least looking like Victoria and the Valen because they saw them, but they don't know about us because
Hmm.
of our uh, Holy Tribunal outfits.
Right.
Yeah, and so Igneous, you've been wearing yours the whole time, right? Or was there a
Yeah,
like pretty
yeah.
much
I've been wearing it
the
the
entire time?
whole
And then
time.
you're the only one that's
Mhm.
been wearing it the whole time, though, right? Everyone else did it,
That's what.
like after the ship was born. Like the rest of no one else was like wearing theirs the whole time, right?
I don't know
I
if
don't
Clickclack
know.
ever got one.
She
uh,
would have.
The
I
clack, yeah, you
like
never
I
mentioned
think
the
Dawn
clack.
put on
Colin
hers
and I
like when we went to the party, like when we were just roaming the town.
yeah.
She did it.
Okay. Yeah, I think that sounds right. I think that sounds right. So like by this point, those that have it, I think, have turned it on. But and Click Clack, you've been with the group long enough, you would have one.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
by the time we got into the 6 month time skip, everybody had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's been outfitted.
Like before, anybody that joined before Anubis left should have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly couldn't remember if that was the case or if it was just that original Holy Tribunal group.
It's not something that we always like dealt or took much time to try to explain,
That's
Yeah,
especially because of the time skip and you weren't playing
Yeah.
yeah,
like
The
a
understanding
while.
though is that you guys brought what was necessary to make it to Felix, so Felix from that point on could make
yeah.
more. So while he was
That's fair.
there, he
What?
That's fair.
But yeah.
yeah.
So what
So
click
you
what is
are
Click Clack's thoughts? I guess.
Hmm. I think the idea of
I
doing this, huh? Well, sorry.
No,
Oh,
no.
didn't say
well,
anything.
I think the idea of those doppelgangers is not a bad idea.
Does Click Clack have an emotional like? Would he feel bad to just let him die? Does he care?
Yeah, like he's generally good, but he falls along more lines of like neutral. Um,
Hmm.
like he knows there's an ends to the means, but like he does actually care about people. Like he really cares about Fenny. He doesn't want Fenny to ever die. He likes like he does care about the people he has
that
good
kind of sucks.
connections with. Um,
Hmm.
so like he doesn't think it's the best idea. Like he would hope there could be another idea, but currently it's a workable solution. And when you're creating things, sometimes that's the best you can do. Sometimes you can't get perfection in the first try. Sometimes you just have to go with what you can go with. Like it's passable. We'll use that and we'll see if we can clean it up as we go along rather than have to totally restart and do something else. So like yes, he would feel bad, but he's also aware of like if it will lead to the end goal that we're hoping for, he is okay with it.
Okay. Let's say
Devon,
we can kind of
Devon steps forward
back
and
in.
speaks up. I don't think there's any need for that.
For what?
For this. We don't have the time for it, nonetheless, anyways. Time's ticking, and we're already at 9 minutes, and we have to get there in time. Victoria? Alex, or not Alex, Boston, would you mind playing Victoria for the session?
And just like, I guess, like we would talk to her and ask her to do stuff. Boston?
Boston.
I don't know
He's
if you're there or
gone.
not.
Boston.
Yeah.
Boston's dead. Alright, session's over, everyone.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
This is it. This is the end of
this
it
is where
all.
this is where we end our campaign right here, because Boston's gone.
Okay.
That's a shame. Boston.
Bastard!
Boston. Boston.
I think he did die,
Hold
or he's taking care of Felina.
Sorry, I
Maybe.
said that I had to wait for a second. I
What?
needed to feed my cat.
Oh,
I
we
needed
didn't
to feed
hear
my
you.
cat.
Alright, we'll wait.
Okay.
I said something, but it probably didn't come through.
They did that.
Say what?
Oh, so we were asking if, because we said like we were gonna ask what's her name?
Victoria.
Victoria?
Victoria. We were gonna ask Victoria to do something. If you could
Yeah,
kinda,
use the
like
spell.
If you could, well, no, we were gonna ask if if you could play Victoria.
at least in terms
Yeah,
of like if we ask you to do
minor-
something. Yeah.
Yeah, I talked
Yeah,
to
minor
Flynn
things.
about that. So
All right.
What did you do tonight?
Devon, after saying that they don't have much time, he turns to Victoria. Victoria, it was us two that stole, and solely us two, along with the Grunk, correct?
sorry, say the question again.
It was us two that stole, along with Grunk, and that's it, correct?
Correct.
Well, then it shall be us that turns ourselves in. Simple as that.
What do you mean?
Well, I've escaped far more secure places. I'm sure escaping a place like this would be no sweat. And plus, we might be able to infiltrate from the inside while you guys work on trying to find that formula for our friend down in the what's his name again?
Oh, yeah,
Autolycus?
Boston.
What?
Autolycus.
Autolycus. Finding that formula for
Autolycus.
Autolycus.
Click Clack's gonna pop into your heads and just kind of like nonchalantly, like while he's working on like tinkering with some stuff in his hands, like he's just gonna pop and say this and just like, just be aware and watch out for anti-magic fields and torture.
Would Victoria be fun for turning herself in?
I don't think Felina would fully be down for that. I mean,
Probably not.
at least
Yeah.
she was told to, just based off of how I've seen her play the character before.
Yeah. I
She'll say
would
something
also
like,
be inclined to think
well,
that.
just disguise someone else to do it for me, if you really need me to.
Well, we don't have a lot of time, so you have to make it quick. As he starts walking over back towards the ship.
Igneous, what do you think?
I don't care. I don't think we need to save this guy. But I will help if you need me to. I just know that I won't be able to help in the fight.
Okay.
if I get
yeah.
evil.
Both methods I don't like, but Dvalin, if you're sure that you can get out of there,
I'm sure.
hmm,
Plus,
well,
I
You
doubt they're
know,
expecting synth abilities.
uh,
um,
and
they
at
didn't-
least he's never met you too. So if anyone's going to turn themselves in, it would be you.
I think they are expecting synth abilities considering what happened in the hotel stuff.
Yeah. Dvalin, if you do this, like I said, you better get out.
There's a high chance you may die.
I'm just thinking of Shrek for right now.
What?
I just thought of the movie Shrek when you said that. There's a high chance you may die.
Yeah,
That is a sacrifice I'm
that is
willing
a
to make.
sacrifice I'm willing to take.
Give it. I don't think there's a way that you can keep that sending stone safe and then not find it. So you might as well give it.
Simple. And
He
he
gave.
takes it. He takes the sending stone and he kind of wipes it off a little bit and puts it in his mouth and swallows it.
Oh,
Oh,
I guess have
I don't
fun
think
with that.
What's the
Anyways,
intention with that? Just to hide it and like
Roll-
poop it out later?
Well, he isn't gonna poop it out later. He's gonna vomit it back up later.
Okay. Cool. I dig it.
okay,
Um,
okay.
You don't need to check for that. It's like a pebble sized. It's fine. Victoria's just gonna say, "I'm not turning myself in." Igneous, if you could make someone believe they're me, I can do suggestion as well. I just am limited to one sentence, so it won't be a very good copy.
okay. I would grab the first person that is roughly a similar build, just so that the disguise doesn't have to be too elaborate or take too long.
Like a lanky young man with this like zebra striped skin almost, but like not like in a fur way, like the pattern of his skin.
Okay.
And he's like lifting crates up and carrying them just across the docks.
I'll just approach as soon as I'm within range. Is there anybody else around? I guess.
Roll perception.
Perception. 10.
It seems safe to say there's no one around. No one watching at the moment, at least. You know, you've seen other people move around, but no one is currently like out.
There's not like a lot of people around.
Yeah, not a lot. Like I had said last session, it's like just some people doing some late night dock work.
Okay, I'll go behind him, and as soon as I'm within range, I'm just gonna cast the ES on him. No, actually, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so since the spell takes a minute to cast, are you
Mhm.
attempting to like sneakily stay within range of him for the whole minute?
Yeah, like trying to be as like
I mean, Ignis does have subtle spell,
like
like he did the
unparent
one
as I
time on
am.
me.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Well, this guy's like moving around, so you just have to keep close enough to him to keep the spell going for that full minute.
Knowing
so
that,
just stealth check is fine.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Thomas?
actually, never mind. I was thinking of something to do, but I'll be alright.
Okay.
18 for stealth.
Yeah. For a whole minute, you're able to just kind of hide behind crates and stay behind him out of his view and act nonchalant, close enough as you're like just muttering the incantation of this under your breath. And as like the full minute comes to an end, you walk right up to him and just say straight to his face your command. What do you command him?
Before I do that, do I know if Victoria has a last name, or just Victoria
Victoria's
is
never
enough?
said anything about the last name.
Okay, I will just I will just go in and say, um, your name is now Victoria, and you will go and turn yourself in for the crime you committed of stealing from whatever the name of the guy was
Orion.
from Orion.
Ryan. Yeah, yeah, Ryan.
I will still. I will turn myself in to the guy who whatever his name is.
Exactly.
Alright, is that the full command?
That is a full command.
Right. As you say this, his eyes kind of glaze over, and you finish giving him his instructions. His eyes glow for a second before going back to normal. And Victoria comes over and just uses seeming to make this guy look exactly like them. Full mustache appears, looks identical, and he just goes, "Hi, I'm Victoria. I committed a crime.
Yes, Victoria, you did.
Yes,
You should
I'm-
turn yourself in.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's hurry ourselves. Let's get
But
our.
before Devon I would say Devon's like, also don't make sure that this guy doesn't die too. I don't want some rando to be hurt.
It doesn't
So-
matter.
I can't
Well,
make
I
any
don't-
promises on that.
No. As long as he doesn't die. Just try your best. That's all I'm saying.
All right. So, with
Do you want me to make
preparations
some
made,
rolls to make the to drive the ship?
are you going to drive the ship over?
That would be ideal. It'd be the fastest way to get there, and also, I mean, he would know that we're approaching.
Do you know how to pilot that thing?
He's gonna figure it out.
Do you want help?
Well, that's the point. You're not gonna
yeah,
be on there.
he'll
You're not.
he'll get some help for the beginning part of it, and then once he gets the hang of it, he'll
I
drop
guess
you off.
so. Yeah. Yeah. I guess to get you started.
Okay. Yeah, you guys go down to where the ships are stored. You open the bay door, the hangar door, and
Wait, click knows how to
Click-clack,
use
you've
these
already-
things?
you already hacked into this thing or something. Like you did some sort of
Yeah.
tech stuff with it, so you know how to pilot it well enough.
Okay.
So in this case, I'll have Click-clack make a drive check, and in this case, I'll just be a intelligence check with proficiency, and you can get advantage from Spencer.
Okay. And are we actually level 17 right now?
No,
I
16.
think you are. You are.
Yeah.
Why is
Yeah,
Click-clack-
yeah.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, from the
You were
Because
on
from the
there.
last.
The raid. The raid of the
Oh, that's right.
or
Okay.
whatever.
So what role did you want, Boston?
just intelligence check with proficiency.
Okay, so a flat 10 again. No, it's an 11. Wow. That's cool. Roll 20. Do you want a roll 20 roll or a physical roll?
Roll 20.
Okay. Dice, come on, work for me. Advanced, D20 plus. Let's see. I'll take that.
Very nice. Yeah, with the hangar doors open, you fly the ship out and boost right over to where Orion and his circular golden discus ship is floating, with him standing on top. Grunk on his knees, his head bowed in front of Orion. Orion with 6 squid guards behind him. You can see he is wearing like a full suit, like the sleek, like black and white, with like light up like little blue specks throughout it, like this almost like mechanical body armor. With this helmet that it's like this black helmet, but the face has a sort of like white 4-pointed star shape on it. But the like left and right points go back to create these like pointed ears, and the top and bottom point kind of create this pointed chin and this like crest like horn on top.
That makes me
There's no
think.
actual eyes.
That makes me think of like the Nova Guard from, Star Lord, Guardians of the Galaxy.
A little bit.
Okay, cool.
He's got this like cape with this sort of star chart of like constellations, and he wields this tall pole arm axe, which is just this like long pike with this crescent moon shaped blade, and then kind of at the center of that is another 4-pointed star, but the kind of back point facing away from the axe blade is much longer, creating this sort of spike. And he is holding that over Grunk's head. And he keeps checking a like watch on his wrist. As you guys approach, he sees the ship coming. As you drive right up to him, come to a stop. I take this to mean that you are the ne'er-do-wells that are here to turn yourselves in for stealing from me. And I would assume that this defaced vessel is the ship you stole.
Dvalin?
Dvalin goes over the intercom.
Oh, and did Click Clack abandon ship before you pulled up?
I had him leave the ship.
Yeah, I would have left.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you jumped off the back and used your flying boots or whatever to descend safely.
Mhm.
Actually, if you're going to do that, give me just a small stealth roll. No, not a high DC or anything.
Okay. Don't fail that. Okay, good.
Cool. Yeah, you're able to get off the ship without Orion noticing. So as you guys pull up, it's just Dvalin and Victoria, fake Victoria, who immediately steps up and goes, "Yes, I'm Victoria, and I helped steal this ship, and I'm turning myself in. I did a crime." Okay. And you? Over the intercom, you said you say something?
Yeah. It's interesting that you don't recognize what it is that was stolen in the first place. But yes, we're turning ourselves
Well,
in.
I might have been able to recognize that a little better had you not scrawled a disgusting mural along the side of it. Grunt
Dvalin
just goes,
smugly says over the intercom,
"How
"You're welcome, by the
disgusting."
way."
Well, I appreciate you bringing the stolen merchandise with. It seems this man is important to you. Leave your ship, get onto mine, and allow my squid guard to formally arrest you. And we will descend safely to the ground for your friend here to depart.
And by depart, what do you mean?
Well, walk off onto the street as a free man. And while this is happening, Dvalin, you do notice that one of the squid guard is standing directly behind Grunk and has the mouth area of his helmet retracted with the tentacles coming out and just kind of writhing around in the air, kind of pointed at Grunk's brain. And you can see a slight, like, pink psychic glow on the forehead area of the helmet. And it kind of suddenly stops as the tentacles retract and the faceplate covers up, and the squid guard stands straight, takes a few steps back, and just raises its 2 fingers to the side of its head. Roll an insight check.
Okay. Insight. 15.
You notice Orion's like body language changes a little bit. Kind of like he takes a small step back, and his posture droops for a second before he regains his composure. I've just been informed that you two weren't the only ones, and some of your compatriots might have been involved in the killing of Loki. Is this correct?
That would be incorrect. We are the only ones who stole the ship, and we are the only ones who are involved.
Well, Yes, I guess. But you're associated with him, are you not?
That has no relevance.
Well, I believe it does, actually. This changes my approach to this situation.
See, did we tell him about Loki?
I assume
Your
we
friend
did.
here has seen their faces. He has seen you with them. There's one that's disguised, but I recognize some of the others. The Bugman. They're a Kokra woman. They were there at that tournament. And rumor has it that they were involved in the killing of Loki. Can you, or can you not, confirm this fact?
I cannot.
Roll deception.
Is it really deception, though? Has Devon at any point been told
You
about this
definitely,
story?
yeah.
You
You definitely
1,000%.
have.
I mean, we did say that we were catching up numerous times when you
Yeah.
rejoined.
Yeah, and
So I
it's kind of
assume, yeah.
Okay. He'll say I cannot. I was not associated with them when such actions took place.
I'm just asking you to confirm their identities. I don't care if you were there or not. I mean, if you say that you're not associated, then I guess that means I don't need to keep you around. I just want to talk to them, you see. This whole execution thing was meant to draw you out here, but that was only while I thought it was just, well, you three. This seems to be a lot bigger now, and I want to talk it out. If you don't tell me, I have other ways of finding out. And he gestures to the squid guard next to him.
All right.
The question is, how generous do you want to be? So?
He said over the
I'm right.
intercom, "All right, I will cooperate."
Do we hear this all happening? Like,
I guess I should have asked earlier. As they went that direction, would you guys have gotten closer to observe, or would you have stayed kind of where you're
I
at?
definitely would. I definitely would have gotten closer to observe, but
Okay.
Ignis
like,
would have
still-
just gone to wherever we had set up for rest, if there was anything.
I don't know if we had.
So he would have then gone to look for a place to stay and rest.
So you're
Yeah.
like an inn or something.
Yeah.
Don, you're keeping close.
Yeah.
Click-clack, after abandoning ship, would you have kind of stayed around the area, trying to be close enough to hear?
Not really. Like I would have trusted that would have happened. But I have 120-foot telepathic hearing that I could still be connected with Vaughn if I was close enough for that. But I feel like I'm too far for that. I don't know.
Up to you. They are in the air a little bit. So you couldn't be too far away from them, like horizontally. You'd have to be somewhat close to them, like directly underneath where they're at.
Is it? And there's nobody else below them. It would just be me down there.
Of like the middle of the city. So there's actually quite a lot of people now out and about, kind of watching what's happening. Though they aren't like high enough in the sky to be hard to hear. Like it's kind of intentionally not within earshot of the people down there. They're mainly just
like,
being
why you
close
get
to,
pulled over? Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would have. I probably would have gone like seen the ship fly off, and I would have gone over there. I would have been trying to notice if I could see where Click Clack kind of fell and like jumped off towards. See if I can see where he went.
no roll
To make a
necessary.
perception.
It'd be pretty easy for you to kind of catch that. If you're
Okay.
like follow the ship, I imagine you would have seen him leave the ship.
Boston, can I roll a perception and say that as Click Clack was going down, he would have looked up and tried to perceive, like, hey, what's going on? If it looks like it's taking too long or something's kind of going on that we weren't expecting, then he might walk through the crowds to kind of come back into range. But other than that, if he doesn't really notice anything that looks like, hey, something's going wrong, then he wouldn't do anything about it. He would be out of range to hear. Perception is gonna be one of these days. I'll get click clack on here.
Okay, I mean, like, nothing physically is happening much to alert you to anything unusual yet.
Okay, yeah.
Something does
wouldn't
happen.
necessarily-
Nothing right now is like catching your attention.
I probably am close enough that I can hear this going on.
Give me stealth.
Still. Ooh, 18.
Okay, not bad.
Well, I could have done like 30 something if I didn't roll like crap.
Okay, yeah, I'd say you're able to get close enough. Kind of up on one of the taller buildings, hidden behind some like ventilation units. You are able to listen, and like the ventilation unit's a little loud, so you're able to like take like a dagger or something and jam it in the fan and stop it.
So I hear him. I'm gonna see if I can. No, I probably can't see him, but I can hear his words and the way that he's at least talking. See if I can gain some insight from that, maybe. Well, I don't know if maybe I can see him from where I am. I'm not sure
I would
how.
say
Like,
if you're getting close enough to listen, you'd have to be more or less like right under the ship, so you wouldn't be like at an angle where you would see him very well.
Okay.
So you can make an insight check. Just do so with disadvantage.
Since I can't, see him and whatnot.
You're not getting all the information you need.
Ew, that's a bad rolls. 15.
If he has any poor intentions or like has any really like diabolical plans or anything, you can't tell through his voice. It does seem like his demeanor has changed, and his curiosity has been piqued, and maybe even there's a hint of fear in his voice.
I'm gonna talk my sending stone and be like, "Did you get that click clack? You hear what he said?"
Say it again, Thomas.
Don's gonna speak to the sending stone and gonna be like, "Did you get that click clack? Did you hear what he said?"
Nope.
I thought you were close.
Shit.
I didn't know I needed to keep listening. Like nothing seems going wrong.
Oh. Well, it seems like his attitude changed once he learned that those of you who helped kill Loki were involved. His demeanor just changed. He's saying that he doesn't want to kill him or whatnot, and just wants to talk. And from Dvalin seemed like he's willing to go along. I guess like now that I realize that I probably would be now opening it up to
Yes,
everyone.
would probably also hear this.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to direct it just to click clack.
Maybe initially when I first asked him if he heard that.
Okay.
And when he said no, and then be like, all right, well, open up now to everyone.
Ah, I see. Yeah, no, I'm that doesn't seem to be an issue to me.
Igneous.
I don't care. I want to sleep.
Oh,
That's fair.
I am tired.
Yeah.
That's igneous. I'm at 45.
A long day.
I'm gonna let
There's no time.
decide what. Okay,
However, I have a condition on such cooperation.
All right, I'll hear you out.
No harm is to be done to me and my partners in crime. And that's it.
Of course not. Of course not. I'm happy to welcome you into my home as guests.
Can I roll insight on that?
You gotta get good insight. You
Yeah.
can actually see.
Yeah.
You sense no malice.
What about
He is
Don?
earnestly asking
Don's
to
listening.
stay. That is true. If Don would like to make an insight check at
Okay,
disadvantage,
I'll
again.
do it again, but disadvantage. Maybe I won't roll as bad this time.
I mean, you rolled a 2 last time, so
It's better.
Hey.
Still
18.
not super bad.
Better.
I mean, yeah, you get the sense that, I mean, yes, he means that, but he's holding back like some information. Like you've heard things like this before, like
Yeah,
where
like-
you come across stuff like this, like, oh, you're my guest until I decide you're like too big of a threat or you're not welcome anymore. But he's not like
Yeah.
going to immediately kill you guys as soon as you step foot inside his home.
Yeah.
There's like this fearful.
I mean, it makes
with-
sense. If we killed Loki, he's probably afraid of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's killing a god. It's no
You
small
do
feat.
also. There is a sense of like respect and awe as well, though.
Okay.
Or at least like there's some sort of like respect for you guys in his demeanor. I mean, and if you remember, he was business partners with Loki before he knew he was Loki, of course. But like they did the tournament together, and
Orion's the
Loki
one that wanted us. Orion's the one that wanted us to get the scale, right?
Yeah, because basically all his like status was taken away from him, and now he's like rebuilt it, and he kind of has you guys to thank for taking Loki down, but he also doesn't, because the heart scale wasn't found. But
Well, it's here now. Okay, all right. I definitely said like, well, to speak Sending Stone. He's saying he won't harm us, and there's definitely some truth to that. But he's also, I know, he's definitely afraid of us.
Devon has his stone swallowed, so he can't hear you.
there's just
Yeah,
like a
I know.
muffled like rumbling noise in your stomach.
He just assumes that it's like them talking about what the next plan is. But he says over the intercom, "All right, then feel free to board. Weapons are sheathed."
Are you telling me to board?
Well, you were looking to board to make an arrest, correct?
Oh no, I was going to have you board my ship.
Oh,
And no arrest necessary at this point. You are my guests now. So I'll invite you into my ship, and I'll take you back to my penthouse.
Devon mumbles to himself, interesting. Because he doesn't know a lot of the details about this. He only knows really that Loki was killed. I feel like, if he would know anything.
Yeah, you definitely like probably been told some stories, but you're not as clued in, I think, as
Like,
everybody
we
else.
definitely told like Orion was someone that wanted us to get the heart scale, and that he was that helped run it. So like, we didn't probably tell him too much about it because after a while he was not that relevant.
But hearing this, are you guys going to board?
Yeah.
Are you like those that are listening and waiting going to?
I'm listening. I'm gonna say, all right, Devon has gone over, and I think I'm going to. So, who wants to come up? It won't be met with hostility. And I just start flying up.
Igneous, are you still looking for a separate place to stay?
Yep.
All right. I mean, it's easy to find. Just kind of tell me what sort of hotel you're looking for, because there's plenty of like spots for people to stay, because there's constantly people coming and going, and there's some like really cheap, like hostels and like really garbage motels. But there are also like some higher end places for sure around the city. So it's kind of up to what you're looking for.
Man, why would I want to go somewhere where they're going to be hostile towards me?
So what is
Um,
Victoria gonna?
Victoria will at this point probably say that she's going to come, and she'll just she'll make her way up to where the ship is. And just say, "Hey, can we drop this guy off?" And she drops the illusion on him. He's they drop the illusion, and he's like, "Well, can we just like drop this guy off somewhere?" I didn't want to get arrested, so I sent him in my place. And Ryan's like, "Sure, fine, we can drop this off."
the funny thing is that the Gias is not going to end.
Oh, by the way, also,
I am Victoria. I did a crime. One of the squid guards takes him, and he sits like behind him with arms around his waist on the squid bike, and he drives him down to the ground. And the guy gets off. And the first person he sees, I'm Victoria. I did a crime.
He's just clawing at the guard, just like, please arrest me.
Grunk is coming with us too, right?
Who? Oh,
No,
Grunk.
Grunk already.
Grunk.
Yeah, Grunk will get released from his like manacles and stand up, and Ryan will like pat some like dust off of him. Apologies for that. You must understand.
Yeah, our friend here, he's just. We feel bad. We kind of just picked him up along the way. He's not a bad guy.
You can see he's like beat up, like his like nose is bleeding, like lip is bleeding.
Can you heal him?
Devon, as he passes by Grunk, he uses the last bit of lay on hands he has, which is 5 hit points.
He just drags fed around in his little red flyer wagon. Radio flyer.
Nate, we are juice cells.
Boston, can you mute him?
Feels mean to mute him.
Anyways,
And we can hear a lot of stuff on your end.
You can hear a lot on my end.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Is Click coming with us now?
Yeah, I mean, if everybody else is, no, Ignis, you're alone, huh?
Yeah.
Ignis, like it said.
Oh, maybe Lordak. Maybe Lordak is with him.
Something. It would be something not super nice, but also not like crap.
Maybe Lordak.
Something that looks more safe, I guess.
Okay, yeah. You can find like a middle of the road, sort of hotel, decent enough, like a Best Western.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess if Lordak's with him, then he's not alone. Then yeah, Click Clack would come with you, Thomas. But if he is alone and Lordak is not staying with Igneous, then Click Clack will probably stick with Igneous.
Ignis, while you are looking around, just give me a simple perception check. Just for shits and gigs.
17.
Okay, as you are walking around, just kind of keeping your eye out, right? You know there's like potential dangers all throughout the city. This is not a city that you kind of go through without, glancing over your shoulder here and then. You notice a house. You can see straight through the window. It's dark out. The lights are on inside. You can see clearly. And you can see a room where one side is just this massive tank filled with squids in water. Like a lot of squids. Like it's a little cramped. And sitting at like a small table is a robot body with a squid head. With like a cup and a straw, like sipping out of it, and seems to be like looking over to the tank and like kind of laughing and conversing with some of the squids inside.
I'm gonna cast sending on the squid.
While you're looking at him,
Yeah. Or I guess can he see me?
no, not yet. He's like in full conversation.
Far that way.
And you don't know how squids cry, but like looks like he's been crying. But yeah, he doesn't notice you. He's fully looking away. What do you say to him?
Still sending. I'm just like, there you are. Like a whisper. Like there you are.
There you are.
As this, yeah,
Yeah, pretty much like that.
Roll
Intimidation. with
Yeah.
advantage.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
19.
Ooh.
You see, the cup that he's like sipping out of drops, shatters against his metal body, and like the liquid spills everywhere and starts dripping on the floor. And his hand shakes, and the squids like congregate around where he is and like push up against the glass and put their tentacles against it. And he just hangs his head and looks around and looks out through the window. Give me a stealth check.
Stealth. Oh, 12. That's okay.
Okay, you like step behind one person that's passing and sort of like kind of follow behind them like a shadow. And you can see he goes up to the window, pounds his fist against it as it shatters, and he goes, "Where are you? Where are you?" And like
Later on.
the person you're following behind passes right in front of him, and you like almost make direct eye contact with him as he's just going, "Where are you?"
That's good. He's going to be the PPG.
And then I leave. Oh, I just leave.
You see, like as you're walking away, you peek over your shoulder, and he like just steps out into the street and frantically looks around, grabs someone by like two people by the collars and lifts them up. Where are you?
And then that guy says, "Hi, I'm Victoria."
Yeah, exactly. He picks up that guy and goes, "I'm Victoria. I did a crime." And he just throws the guy through a window and falls to his knees and just begins like screaming as he like throws his head back to the sky. Okay, yeah. But yeah, Ignis, you find a modest place to stay.
Oh,
How much would
it's
that
just, like,
cost?
It's 10 gold a night.
Okay. I'll pay up with 10 gold.
If you spend 15 gold, though, you can get a suite as a pretty nice view of the.
Is it just the bigger, nicer like room, or is there more to it?
Like an in-unit kitchen, like a full kitchen, full living room, and has like like windows overlooking the city, and it's like at the top of the building.
Did we decide
I'll
if
do that one.
Cool, yeah. You get the keys to your suite, and you're able to go up there. And
I imagine he would be, Nate.
okay.
he would be what?
If Lordak was going
Lordak. Because I don't
knowing him-
see, I don't see Christian allowing his character to get like quote unquote captured.
No.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, especially
not. Yeah.
whatever.
Click Clack, what did you say the conditions were for you going with Igneous?
If Lordak wasn't.
Oh, okay. So you're going with the rest of the party.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would have chimed in and asked, "Hey, does this have a continental breakfast?"
I mean, it does.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
So yeah, guys, those with Orion are taken into his ship, which like it's nice. It's a little cramped. It's not meant for a lot of people, and you guys are kind of squished up against the squid guards.
Orion.
One actually like touches your foot and has to like
Was Orion
keep legs close together.
was Ryan like was he, I forget, like he wasn't running it still, right? Like he used to, but he wasn't then. Was he there a lot?
He got kicked out. For
Yeah.
of the tournament.
Yeah, so like I don't know if Don probably has ever met him.
Well, you were. I guess maybe you haven't met him directly, but you were like very
You were-
strongly with the party for.
I mean,
Jack.
yeah.
And before that, you were also a contestant, regardless.
I mean, I was a contestant, so like if he was somehow able to watch or the show, he would have recognized me. But like then, like later on, like I mean, I don't think like he would have known that like I then joined them because I wasn't fighting with the rest of them. Like I think to most people, they thought that I was like dead or something or gone.
I mean, yeah, you did disappear.
Yeah.
Like Click Clack is really the big like giveaway.
Yeah.
I'm also just
And
kind of
if Igneous was there too.
yeah. Igneous isn't caught just because he's had his mask up this whole time.
Yeah.
But your association with the party is known for sure. But yeah, you guys go on his ship, which flies to his very nice penthouse, which is near where his statue is. Kind of along the way, he's just sitting there looking at all of you. It's like, so, missing a few members, I see.
Well, it's on other missions currently.
Oh yeah, very cool. So, are you guys like on par with them? Like, could you have killed Loki if you were there? Is that something you think about?
Well, it's definitely. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of variables that went into that. From what I hear, again, I wasn't there.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But is that all? I mean, is that all you're going to talk about? Want us to hear how they did it?
Look, it's just like a big deal. Like it's a really big deal, actually, and especially with my connection to the whole situation, I'm like pretty close to it.
I mean, definitely. Like, Dawn isn't going to tell him specifics because she still wants them to feel like that. Like we still have that power that we could kill that god. So
Yeah, because it's like if we say, oh no, we don't have that power now anymore, it's like, okay, time for you to die. Because I could probably kill you now. It's like, no.
Yeah. It's all up to Click. I probably would also say that to Click like even before we went. It's like don't bring up about how you were able to beat him. I know you like sharing and talking, but I'll just assume they under that Click would do that. Nate, are
You
there?
guys,
I am here, yes.
Did you hear what I said?
I did not hear that last bit. I had to pick up Ben. He was crawling.
So I would just say because I was saying to Boston and everyone was agreeing, like we wouldn't tell Orion like how you guys were able to beat Loki by getting help from gods, because right
Yeah.
now like I think he's somewhat afraid of us. So I would make
Yeah.
sure I feel like Click wouldn't, but Don would just make sure to tell Click don't tell him like how. Just
Okay. Like
go into
I'm not.
specifics. So I don't know. Since you were there, like, and like he responded to how did like do it, and he actually asked like, are we on par with them?
He asked what?
Like Orion asked, like, was just asking how that you guys were able to, and like asked like the rest of us, do we think that we could have done it if we were there?
Oh, yeah. Click Clack will tell him. He's like, it wasn't that hard at all. It was kind of barely an inconvenience.
Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
wow, that's surprising
And
to
just
hear.
like totally
Roll
like
deception.
deadpan.
Yeah, deception. 100%.
Okay. Click Clack does not have.
I'm gonna help him.
I believe
say,
Click
like-
Clack has yes. He has negatives.
I'm gonna help him to say like, well, I mean, he's exaggerated. It wasn't super easy, but he's humble.
He's prideful.
Humble is-
No, I think that was a joke.
I mean, he's a little prideful. Yeah, exactly.
It's a joke. It's a joke. There we go.
So we're all getting advantage,
Even anyway,
right? Advantage.
Advantage.
yeah, advantage.
worse. Oh.
Oof.
Well, it is an honor, honestly, to have you here. I am a little hurt by your friends. He looks at you, Dvalin. He looks at Victoria. Decision to rob me. But
Well,
I get it. I get it, right?
It was. I don't think they necessarily like had like the thing that they were robbing directly from you. They needed a ship.
In truth, we had no idea who we were dealing with at the time, and we were looking for a way to traverse
Well,
the
a really
astral
good
plane.
way to avoid like accidentally pissing off powerful people is to just not steal shit, or I don't
Well,
know.
when you're short on money and you don't have much time,
You guys are poor.
well, we didn't bring enough with us. I mean, it's not. We didn't just take our whole bank with us.
I do.
You
That's what
do?
this ship is.
Interesting.
Ooh, Boston! I just realized.
Write that down.
Everywhere, everywhere Click Clack goes, he has his little walking forge with him as like a backpack. I just realized that.
Yeah, it's like sitting in your lap right now, and it's just like it's loafing.
It's kind of doing the Thomas, what's the Tears of the Kingdom little helper robot dude?
Oh,
Are you
I haven't
talking
played
about
that.
the helper robot dude.
are you talking from Hyrule Warriors?
No, the Tears of the Kingdom or the that's Ben. Gosh dang it. What's the Zelda game that came right before Tears of the Kingdom?
Breath of the Wild?
Well,
Oh,
technically
Breath of the
Hyrule
Wild.
Warriors, but
Breath of the Wild is what I'm talking about. But there's that little robot dude who helps. He looks like a tiny guardian.
That's in Hyrule Warriors.
that's in Hyrule
Yeah.
Warriors.
Oh, is that
from
Warriors?
Yeah.
That's Hyrule Warriors.
The Age of Calamity.
Age of
game,
Calamity,
yeah.
Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, that's why I don't know.
Yeah. What's his
Yes.
name?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's the forge is doing like biscuits in your lap, and
It's like
like
Chester from Don't Starve.
Yeah.
Or like Morris from Shang-Chi. That's what I'm picturing.
Yeah.
Ryan will say, "I'm a little disappointed, honestly. I figured with that much fame surrounding you, you would have, I don't know, had a little more dough.
Well,
I certainly have taken advantage of my situation, right? If you're strong, then take while you can."
there's a lot that goes for us that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis that prevents us from
Yeah.
earning such
Just as
finances.
And much finances that we get, we use it to, we invest into other stuff. But I also want to be frank that when they said that they stole a ship, I was not upset. I was kind of upset with them. I'd be like, "You seriously stole that ship?" So they are dumb for doing that. I agree with you.
Okay, well, good. So you guys are on the same page. You see a hole open up in the middle of the ship as the ship lands on top of one of the very large
What does
empty
Orion
buildings.
look like again? It's been a long time. What does he look
He
like
is
again?
an astral elf.
That's right.
So he's got like this like blue skin, starry eyes, like this galaxy colored like hair, and like pointed ears and everything. But right now he's wearing his like full getup. It's almost like it's quite like Power Rangers Kamen Rider esque.
Okay.
But yeah, the door opens on bottom of the ship. These like little spiral staircase opens up as he leads you guys off the ship, and you step out into the night air on top of this building. As another platform is there that you step onto that lowers you into the apartment itself, and as you step off of it, it goes back up to the ceiling, and you enter into a very like futurist, minimalist, like fancy space penthouse. Like very nice couch. Everything's very open and large, and very sleek looking. And he steps over to the couch as you see his suit kind of peel off of him as he walks out of it, and it closes, and then just kind of stands at attention with its poleaxe in hand next to it. And you can see Orion standing there in a very, very fancy like robe/suit welcome to my house. Take a seat wherever you would like. If you're looking for a place to stay tonight, I would gladly house you here. I have plenty of rooms, none of them full.
Click Clack's gonna telepathically talk to everybody that's a party member and say, "Yeah, I don't think we trust this guy that much."
We'll see. I'm not sure. We'll see how this conversation goes.
Igneous, are you like immediately going to sleep when you get to your
Yeah,
hotel?
he's tired. He used his synth ability to travel to another plane. He spent a lot of mana, or sorry, magic, and he's at 45 hit points. So he's just gonna try to rest.
You, as soon as your head hits the pillow, you're knocked out.
Okay.
No.
You should.
Orion will take a seat at his couch after inviting you all to do so. He like claps his hand, and you can see this like floating star float around the corner with a like plate of drinks hovering in front of it, and he takes one off as it floats to the rest of you. So, the reason I invited you all here was I just wanted to resolve this in a non-violent, amicable way. Because, like I said, I get it. You're powerful. You take what you want. You didn't know it was me. If you knew it was me, you would have respected the connection we had shared previously, at the tournament, the deal we'd struck up.
That our friends
As a
had.
fellow powerful person. So I get it. No hard feelings. I really hate when people take my shit, though. So it was a hard one for me to get over. But
From what? Yeah, I mean, we gleaned that from what friends told about the deal that you made with him and why you did so. Must have sucked being kicked out.
yeah, it did suck. But you know what? When a door closes, another one opens, and thanks to the help of you, he points a click like, and the rest of your group, and I'm sure you guys in some capacity too. This opportunity arise with the hard
Yeah,
scaling.
how did this come about and you gaining power over this area?
Well, a guy like me is always looking for opportunity, and when I saw the attention that the Heartscale is getting, I cashed in every favor I had. I spent money I didn't have. I spent my body. I did everything I could. And I built this on rock and roll. And it became a pretty big party spot. And as more people came, more money entered the system. And a lot of opportunity arose for me to, fleece some pockets. And now here I am, grossly rich, living the good life, and still trying to figure out how to get the scale out of that nebulous cloud over there. You see, the window that his couch faces Wildspace, a green glow that is ambiently cast.
So,
Dude, what is that?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
I hear it too, though. But
It's okay.
Devon would kind of lean in. So, to get this straight, you're still looking for a way to obtain the heart scale.
Well, of course.
I don't remember.
Was doesn't mean you shouldn't keep going.
Did you have? I'm trying to remember. Do you have the heart scale before? Like you yourself put that together as a prize? I don't remember.
Well, me and Loki, like I said, as I knew him, Finray, he had it initially, but I was the businessman that came up with the whole tournament idea. So we were partners,
That's right.
and we had a contract where we shared ownership. But he, like we all know, screwed me out of that big time.
Did you end up? I mean, after everything, did you find out about the reason why he did that and why he was getting all these people together and what he was doing
Well,
with it?
I learned afterwards. I mean, I knew he's constantly looking into like research and stuff, trying to improve the tournament and everything. But like, yeah, I knew somewhat on some level, but I didn't know it was going to be quite as big as it ended up being.
So you
But that
knew in
doesn't matter
some
now.
ways.
That's in the past. Dude's dead. I'm not dead, and I'm closer to getting that thing than he was. So
That's Josue. Josue's doing something on his end.
What
I
what
just
is
imagine
what is happening?
You're making some
a
noise that's like
Smiling
being
Friends character.
like next to your mic or something. I don't know. It's like you're.
Yeah, it's like this.
Oh,
It's
I
weird.
don't know. What do you want to
let me
do
see.
with the heart scale once you get it?
Well, I was never able to crack it. I don't think I'll ever stop looking into that, of course. But it's a symbol sort of thing. A lot of people are willing to pay lots of money for it, so it's a good bargaining chip. And with something that powerful, with that much fame around it, doesn't hurt to be the one who has it.
There are a lot of bad people out there looking to do very terrible things with the heart scales as we speak. In fact, there are some who have a heart scale who are doing terrible things as we speak.
I've, wow. Well, I promise I don't intend to do anything horrible with it. I can't even do anything with it.
Why
But
do
I
you
do
feel
know
like you? Sorry, keep on going.
Oh, no, you
Sorry,
go
I
ahead.
would say, why? I mean, you seem so successful even without it. Do you feel like you need it?
Look,
Then
people always say
that might not be complicate things for you. You got a
like
pretty good yeah, sorry, you got a pretty good thing going here.
it is pretty good. But can I be honest with you guys? I'm actually, you know what? Leading up to this point, for the conversation, I'd like everyone that's been talking here to just make a straight charisma check.
Charisma
Just
check.
a group
And
charisma.
this is why Click Clack has just kind of sitting in the background.
24.
Oh no. 9.
I am the balancer.
If you want to roll for Victoria.
I did.
Nate, charisma check.
Click Clack hasn't said anything other than that one time.
I mean, you're still kind of.
Do you want me to throw in Boston?
Why not? It's more maybe
Here's
your
my-
presence. We're actually involved in killing Loki.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
There's an 11.
What did Victoria
Look.
get?
She got 16. They got a 16.
That's not bad.
Look, it's a little exhausting running a city that parties all the time, you know? A lot of cleanup, hard to keep order. So it's not the greatest thing ever in the world. So I'm planning to move on from this eventually. I found a vein of gold and I'm mining it till it's dry and then I'm moving on. And the next gold mine is staring me right in the GD face.
How so?
Well, he points to the window.
As in currently?
Yes.
Oh,
he points.
I thought he was like me. I thought he was talking about like us.
An expedition
Yes.
to the heart scale.
Well, you are also potentially useful to me. In all honesty, this interaction here is more for me to gauge what you're like and if there's anything you're willing to do to maybe make up what you've done. Because I said we're cool and I forgive you, but I'm a man of transactions. I need something. An assurance. I don't need you to work for me. I don't have anything specific at the moment I need from you. I just need to know you're not here to cause any more trouble in my city. And that you're here just to participate in the game we got going. See who can get the heart scale first.
That's all we're here for. Does it bother you that we ourselves might try to go and get the heart scale? We might get it.
Nothing wrong with a little competition. I'm the one with more resources in this situation, so I'm not too. And as of now, you have a ship, so set back a little bit.
For sure. But
Wait, did he say that we have a ship?
We don't.
And that's what we're
you're out of a
actually after.
Well, like you said, with that tournament, maybe we might get the money for that. We didn't learn about that tournament until after they already stole that ship.
Well, you're participating in the Beast tournament.
Dang it, guys.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Click clack. What'd you say?
He just said, dang it, guys.
What?
Letting that slip.
That we're participating? That's not...
That Reyna's a tough one, isn't she?
She is. And there's also rumors out there that she's using illicit enhancements as well.
Oh, is that true?
That's what the
Well, this
rumors
is a
say.
city of rumors. I wonder if that's true or not. It'd be interesting if it is. I'll have to look into that.
We perhaps could be the ones to look into that if you are inclined on tasking someone to do that.
Oh, no. There's no need. I have people for that.
Yeah, but unfortunately, your people stood no match for us to begin with.
Well, sometimes outright explosive strength isn't what you need every single time. My men are good at what they do. And of
Mine
course,
isn't
they
just
have
explosive
no
strength.
chance against gods like you. It makes sense how that situation turned out, but I like to play things a little more subtle. Couldn't help but realize, though, that there's a really big explosion in the city that caused some of my men to die. And the missile used in that explosion, let me be frank, was one of mine. How'd you know about that?
Are you saying that it was us?
Well, yes, I know it's you.
Yeah, come on, Devon. We can't believe that. Look,
We stumbled
again,
upon it by happen chance.
it was an accident, and we don't, again...
Roll persuasion, roll persuasion.
We did, in fact, stumble upon it by happen chance.
Wow, that's really crazy, actually. I'm going to get some guys on that. That doesn't happen.
It's not very well hidden, especially when you have a lever just inconspicuously in a wine cellar.
Well, the doors are locked. I didn't... You know what? I'll thank you for that. My security wasn't up to par. I will make the necessary judgments. Well, that's really all I had to talk about you with.
I guess, if I might add, you mentioned that you have your own men to investigate these matters, but
Yeah.
I guess in a sense we've demonstrated some of our abilities, in a sense, to be of use.
What are you trying to sell yourself to me right now?
I'm not trying to sell my body, if that's what you're trying to get at. I'm just trying to
Right.
sell...
Oh, hey, whoa.
Whoa.
Volume got a little funky there.
Look, the
I'm
penthouse. Sometimes I take people to the penthouse and freak it. I don't intend to do that with.
I'm just trying
I'm
to
saying-
say
Ignore
that
my friend. He's been weird
while some of our
lately.
abilities are explosive, others are more tuned towards infiltration.
Roll
That would not
persuasion.
be me.
Dirty 20.
Look, I appreciate the offer, and I will keep that in my back pocket. All right, if I really do need you, I'll reach out. But I think I've gotten what I wanted out of this. Like I said, you're free to stay. If not, points to the door. Door's right there. Elevator will take you out to the street. Enjoy your stay in the city. How much longer are you intending on staying here?
As soon
At
as
the
we get all the
latest,
stuff
once
we
the beast
need.
games are over.
Yeah. And we get all the stuff that we need to.
You intend on venturing into Wildspace?
Of course.
That would be correct.
All right. Well, I wish you
It's
good
still
luck
in
on
the
your.
air.
And if you do get the idea to steal from me again, think twice. And he walks
Just
away.
make sure you have your name on it.
Yeah, like this guy. He put Grunk on it.
He just flips you off as he walks away. I shouldn't have to do that.
The Orin movie.
And you see the suit he was wearing follows after him.
I can see it
but
now. The
as he
Orin
passes through-
mobile.
He passes through the doorway, and the suit kind of stands guard outside of it, and is just watching you guys.
An animated
Ah.
suit. Interesting. Well, I'm just glad that things worked out better.
Yeah.
And now, if you
We're
don't
sorry.
excuse,
We're
if you would
sorry,
excuse me,
Grunk.
I'm gonna go find somewhere to vomit.
Oh, yeah. Have fun with that. Yeah, I get. Yeah, sorry, Grunk, about all that.
He rubs his head. Oh, they roughed me up good.
By the way, Boston, I don't know
Thanks
if you heard
for
me, but
coming to my rescue, though.
Devon
We weren't
did
gonna
heal.
let
Devon did heal in 5 hit points. I don't know if you heard that though.
Okay.
He's still probably at least a little like, ugh.
Yeah.
That's
He's
not-
his bell is rung, but he's looking a little better. He's less swollen. The split in his lip is healed a little more. He can see out of his eye now. Yeah, Devon, you go to the bathroom, put a finger down your throat, and throw up the sending stone. Wash it off.
Why is it? Yeah, it's a Grunk. We weren't gonna leave you like that. You didn't deserve to die because of us.
Well, I appreciate it. You guys have
Debatable.
keep putting your neck on the line for me, and I
Whoa.
just want to say I'm grateful.
Ignoring what Click just said.
I will ignore your comment, Click Clack.
Thank you.
Wow. Click-Clack's usually a lot nicer than that. I think it's just been a long day.
It's been a long day, and there's no saber.
It's been a
What?
long day
Saber isn't here.
without you, my
Oh.
friend.
Someone
You
has
think
to
this
be
guy has
mad.
any booze?
Probably. All right. I don't know if we're gonna stay here though.
Daddy earned himself a little treat, so I'm gonna go pour me something.
You know what? If you feel comfortable, you can stay here.
No, I'm not staying. And he goes over to the kitchen and pulls out a very fancy bottle of liquor. I'm just gonna take this with me for the road.
Okay. All right. Well,
The whole thing. I'll pour a glass, put it back, and then I'll probably be bad if I stole from this guy again. He opens his wallet and pours it in. All right, let's go.
Devon
Okay.
comes out of the bathroom. Ah, we're leaving. Okay.
we're not staying here. I don't trust them that much.
All right.
But
Where you guys headed next?
I guess we were speaking to the Sentinel because we know both Lordek and Igneous were with us. I'd be like, we know that Igneous was trying to find somewhere to stay. I'd be like, Igneous, Lordak, where are you guys? We're coming back. I know Igneous is probably asleep, but is Lordak?
I imagine Lordak would be awake long enough to tell you guys where they're at.
I'll be like, okay, cool.
Josue, would you have got with Lordak, or is it like your own personal thing?
My own. I imagine Lordag would want to get his own too.
Cool. Yeah, you guys are able to find the. You guys
Hello?
can get sweets if you like. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
You're kind of like
I can hear you now.
cutting out there.
Hmm.
Weird.
But yeah. How much is it? Room?
If you get the suite, it's 15 gold. Regular room's like $10, 10 gold a night.
We don't have a lot of gold.
Suite.
So
Who has the gold with? I know, Click Clack or did
Dvalin
Dvalin?
has. Let's see how much gold he has left. He's got
At this point,
200
Click-Clack does.
gold.
Ooh, how much did I still have?
One of those
Yeah,
suites
how
would
much
be able to house like the rest of you if you wanted to share a room.
Oh, okay.
Oh, one of them.
Then we could
Okay.
just get one suite.
Cool.
I'll
Fine.
pay.
You guys
Okay.
get a share. You head upstairs, up to your room. It's a good room, right? Like there's a lot of like I said, a lot of room, nice kitchen, but it's not like kept up, not super high quality. But it's good. And you guys are able to get a long rest.
Wow.
Yes.
That turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
That was like a 4-session day.
That was
That
a
was
long
insane.
day. A lot of stuff happened that day. Dang,
I was thinking
hold
I'm
on.
about to break myself out. Again.
What? Thankfully, you didn't have to. How much with the blood fairy tattoo? I just get all my charges back. I'm trying to remember.
Now, was there something that someone wanted to do before we take a long rest?
Are you saying that in character or out of character?
Out of character.
Out of character. Don't worry about it right now.
Okay.
Does that say?
Okay.
Yeah, Delia Dawn.
Do we want to take some time for you guys to like change spells or anything, or do anything with your stuff, or do we
Yeah,
just
I
want to move
just
on to
need
that?
to. Yeah, I just need to give myself all my stuff. 10 charges, 14.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be. Click-Clack's gonna be doing some stuff. He's gonna be changing around some things as well.
50 mana.
He's gonna be adjusting his armor because I
Okay.
always forget that Click-Clack's an armorer artificer.
I do forget that as well.
He's also going to be attuning to the new weapons he has.
Oh, yes.
The new things we picked up. Where did they go?
Where did it come from?
Did it erase them?
Oh.
I think it erased items I picked up.
There's still that message you sent me.
Yeah.
Ones that you wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dragon Vessel didn't work. All-purpose tool. I don't remember if I got that. I know we got the animated shield. The
You had
armor.
all-purpose
tool. I did get the all-purpose tool.
The first one you sent to me is the one you didn't get, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
The Dragon
Sweet.
Vessel.
Yeah. Those are the things I could find. And the things I bought was the scale armor, the animated shield, and the weaker of the all-purpose tools, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got I think it was the rare was what you let me get.
I think so. Okay, I'll step away for a second as well. I'll just use the bathroom real quick.
Okay. So I just didn't do it right away because, like, we're all tired and exhausted. I want everyone to be there. I'm gonna have Josue have Igneous help out.
What was that?
The reason I didn't do anything yet is because, again, we're all tired and beat, and I want everyone to be there. So we're gonna do that like pretty early on in the morning. And I'm probably gonna have Josue Igneous like try to like read your mind while I'm asking you these questions.
Okay.
Don't go too much. Can't say too much, right? Of course. Ugh. And admittedly, I don't have much plan. I'm just kind of gonna just say what I feel like she would say.
Okay.
I don't want to like. Dawn wouldn't know the specifics of like ways that she could try to say to push past things. So yeah.
Intermission. Intermission.
Dun, 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 dun. I haven't used this much at all. I need to use this more often in fights, extra aspects.
Guys, I just realized with this new armor that I picked up, I no longer have disadvantage on stealth checks in my full armor.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, by the way, guys, can you hear whatever you were hearing earlier, or no? From my end, is it gone?
Just now, we can't hear anything.
And earlier, right before the intermission or whatever.
No, I didn't hear anything before.
Okay, it was probably the TV that was a bit too loud. Maybe some background noise.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? Was I able to buy the animated shield or not? I can't remember. It's a very rare. I don't know if I was able to buy it. I was able to find all of those, but I don't know if I ended up buying the animated shield or just the
I
staff.
don't know. I mean, does it? I don't know how much the money like it adds up to how much you spent.
Yeah.
Well,
We can also look into the recording, but it may take a while.
That would take a long time. I know I traded arrows for some things, so I think I did trade an arrow for the shield.
You got a lot of money though for like one arrow.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the delayed blast fireball delayed again with sorcerer magic trapped in an arrow. It's a mini nuke.
Yeah.
It made a lot of money.
Alrighty.
I think I did end up trading the arrow for the shield.
That sounds right to me.
Okay. Yeah, when Click Clack does his time attuning to the shield, he's going to Also use his what is it? Channel Divinity, where the Artisan's Blessing, where within an hour, using just metal and something of the value of the creation, I can just create something just using the power of the divinity. He's going to do that and try to use that as a way to communicate with Hephaestus and ask permission if he can modify the Phoenix. If not, then he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to worry. He's just asking if that's okay to do.
Well, because he's been stripped of his power, he really doesn't get a say in all of this, and is in fact not able to communicate with you directly. So,
Flip.
you get to that you could.
Okay, I don't think I will incorporate into the Phoenix because I have to summon the Phoenix anyway. Whereas this, I can just have on hand. So I don't think I'll incorporate the two of them. But
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Morning comes. You guys all wake up individually in your beds. What are you guys doing?
Well, a lot of us are getting our stuff together, I would probably know, see about where Igneous is, what room he is, and while the others are getting ready, I would knock.
How are you going to know what room he is in?
I would just say like, I mean, either Lordak might know, or just confront like my friend, with like who wears something similar to us. He got room here before us.
They don't remember what he looks like because of the.
Well, no, I just say
no,
he knows like you're wearing the cloak.
not only that, but I assume that as a not crappy hotel, they're not gonna tell anybody where their guests are staying.
I mean, if you communicate with Luridak, I don't see why he wouldn't tell you.
Yeah, that
or
yeah,
maybe
he
or
would
Lordak.
probably tell you.
I guess Lordak. I would to see if Lordak.
Luridak lets you know.
Okay. But then so I would then go to Igneous's room and knock.
Yes,
Can I come in?
sure. Who is this?
That's Dawn.
Uh, sure.
Okay. I come in. Ugh. Glad you got that rest. You were really tired. I mean, we were all tired yesterday, but
It was a long day. We had no concept of time.
exactly. Anyways, the reason I came here, I'm gonna need your help in a little bit. Like once we're all together, I want to check up on Devon. I can't be the only one who's noticed that he's acting weird.
I had some suspicions. And he did say a couple of weird things, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Last time I
How
checked
long?
on him, he was not. Nothing seemed off, but with the
He's
pass of
been like,
time, it's been more and more off.
I mean, there was that stuff with like trying to give them these drugs and whatnot. That was really
Mm-hmm.
weird.
Yep.
I don't. Do you know anything about that?
No, before back in on the Fae, he tried to create some potion to access the ethereal plane. That's as much as I can remember right now. Uh, from what I understand, it did not work very well.
Has he been different since then?
I have noticed certain things, well, pretty much what you have mentioned, but nothing else.
Okay. I
Though it
mean,
is worrying.
I have a way that I can um, make him so that he can't lie if he asks us questions. Now he can probably avoid directly answering them, but I want to confront him not like with hostility. I'm gonna come to him and tell him like, I trust you and you're my friend, but you've been off lately. So let us do this. You won't be hurt, and if we feel that you're okay and everything's good, then we'll be all right. And you shouldn't have anything to hide. That's
I
ridiculous.
don't know if that's gonna work.
Well, if he resists, then I feel like then he's trying to hide something. Isn't that the thing?
And
If he's our
well,
friend and trusts us,
but say he resists and he is hiding something. What is that gonna gain? What are we gonna gain from knowing that he is hiding something right now?
I don't know. It just doesn't. I feel like we shouldn't just like
It's a
let it
waste
go.
of it's a waste of resources right now. It's not that we're letting it go, but we don't have to do anything yet. It may be a burden on the current mission.
What if like when we this close to the mission, then he betrays us and then takes it for us? What if he's not him?
I guess that's a possibility. But
All I need is this you to do one spell, and it's just a simple like detecting thoughts. His thoughts. That's it.
there is a possibility that he resists it.
I know.
Like,
I know it's a
there's
possibility. And
not much that is going to change with that, but I can try.
it won't take long. I think at most 10 minutes.
And you guys seriously need to stop relying on my magic for personal stuff.
It's not personal. This is part of the team, right?
It,
We need to be able to trust each other.
well, I trust him that he would be fine for now, but you want to do it. We can still do it. I don't care.
I said
As
I
long
want to
as
trust. I want to, and I, for the most part, think I do.
that's a decision.
I'm just worried.
Fair. Anyway, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
So
Once we're all
let's hurry.
together, yeah. If we can go, they're getting ready. So if you come with, we all get together.
Okay. I'm ready, by the way.
You said you are.
Yeah, I am already. Like, I was ready when you came in.
Okay. All right. Fine. Let's go.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah,
We
you guys.
head over to
back
the
to the
room with everyone. Make sure everyone's there. Okay. So, um, well, for those couple who guys who weren't there, right? It just seems that that we just need to promise that we won't try to steal anything from him and get in his way at all, and we'll have free roam.
Seems simple enough,
Hmm.
and as long as we don't cause
He's
much of a trouble to begin with.
right. He's himself is looking to get the heart scale, trying to use it to get out of here and be more successful. But um, we should be fine. Um, and whatnot. I mean, he definitely is afraid of us since you guys killed Loki. He
For
thinks he
now.
just have that. He thinks he just have that power right now. So
Hmm. Yeah, I don't see why he would think otherwise. But
exactly.
yeah,
We so I guess right now our thing is to try to get information about um the stuff with Derek.
with who?
Precisely.
Right?
Information.
Was it Derek? Or is Derek the other one?
Derek is the monster, the guy that's turned into the monster.
He's the monster. Okay. I couldn't remember if it was him or the other guy. Okay. Okay. So we gotta do that. Before we head up, one quick thing. I'm gonna turn to Devalin.
He's like
Devalin.
midway putting his armor on.
Click Clack is assembling his whole outfit.
Need your help with something.
What do you need my help with?
want to check something. And I need your cooperation. One person like that. You're my friend, and I trust you. She's sort of kind of like is slightly tearing up because she doesn't want to expect her friend. But you haven't been yourself lately. And I just want to just make sure a few things. I'm going to use something. It's not going to do you damage, it's not going to hurt you, but it's just something that will um, help out. And I'm going to ask you some questions. And if you're just you and you have nothing to hide, then that's great. All right? You trust me?
He just like is paused from putting his armor on. He just is like looking
Good.
in your direction, but doesn't say a word.
No harm. I'm going to assume I'm going to come over here.
I'm coming.
And
Here's Johnny.
I'm going to use extort truth. So for those who don't know, I can strike a hidden cluster of nerves on a creature, temporarily preventing it from masking its true thoughts and intent. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can spend 1 key point to force it to make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is unable to speak a deliberate lie, and all charisma checks directed at the creature are made with advantage for up to 10 minutes. You know if it succeeded or failed on its saving throw. Uh, an affected creature is aware of the effect and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such a creature can be evasive in its answers as long as the effect lasts. If you wish to impose this effect on a creature without injuring it, you can attack the creature to simply touch it, dealing no damage on a hit. So I also, before going in here, to say Igneous is also going to help out with this too. Just checking what's going on up there. Okay.
Is this in front of everybody, by the way?
Yeah, it's from everyone.
Okay. Just checking.
Grunk is like awkwardly eating a bowl of like some
Okay.
sort of like a cereal like breakfast thing, like kind of awkwardly watching while slowly eating.
All right. So it
I'm gonna cast detect thoughts.
yeah
The
is
volume right now.
is the Valen gonna
Are
resist
you
or else
are you digging for deeper thoughts, or are you staying on the surface level?
Not right up. For now, it's just surface level.
Okay.
Not right away for the uh,
So
deeper probing.
what does Igneous see? Devalin.
Right now, the thoughts that are going through his head are kind of like almost like a question, and that question is, they don't trust me. Why don't they trust me? That's kind of like at the surface currently at the moment.
Okay. Is Devon gonna let the charisma save fail, or is he gonna try to just up against it? Just because Don would also mention that she would say that I know if you that you will, I will know if you try to resist.
I'm gonna leave it up to a D100 roll. High is that he will resist it, and low is that he won't resist it. Just to give like a chance to it, because like if I choose to resist it regardless, it's like going to guarantee it because of his high charisma save. So okay, he chooses to resist it.
So yeah, I guess it's do a charisma saving throw.
What's to not trust about what I have been doing?
Make a Christmas saving throw.
Oh,
You still have to make it.
yeah, true. 23.
Okay, yeah. That definitely would be a success.
And then he says that was what's to not trust about what I've been doing.
Don looks at you at first. Overall, what you're doing isn't wrong, and I see that you're trying to help. You even attempted to save Grunk's life by turning yourself in, but I feel like for a while you've been really weird and off. There's that stuff with the drugs. This is an intervention.
I'm gonna dig deep into that. Those detect thoughts now.
Oh, okay.
A wisdom saving throw.
Anyone else can try to say or
21.
do
I think
anything.
that meets your DC.
No, that goes up. It's saves by 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not just meeting it.
But he knows now that you're trying to probe deeper at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that was part of it. That was part of the explanation that Don gave already.
But he wouldn't have known that Detect Thoughts was being in play.
Oh, I thought that was part of the explanation.
I said
On the surface level
said-
thoughts, you hear
Help
they're
me.
trying to detect my thoughts now, as well. He speaks up at this point. There are reasons for why I chose to do that, and I felt at the time that those
Okay.
reasons would be beneficial to the cause that we have currently going on.
Okay.
If we could receive such
Explain.
finances to maybe perhaps sell something, whether it be effective or not, and play it off as such, then
Wait,
Not roll
yeah,
insight on him.
I'm also gonna roll insight on all this stuff too. Gosh, I have been rolling
Same
well.
one.
So he continues.
Do you need
If
to roll
there's
like
whether it's beneficial or not, if we are able to sell something that is of high worth to these individuals, then we can get additional finances that we need to continue on with our journey.
what do you think with those 30-20s?
He either has to roll persuasion
Oh wait,
or deception.
don't forget
Hold on one
anyone
second.
like also any charisma checks directed at him also with advantage. These unfortunately wisdom.
Wait, what?
I said any charisma checks against him are at advantage, but of course these are wisdom
Oh.
checks.
Alright, so let me roll something really quick. Okay.
That like
Wait,
It's like,
that
I've had,
roll
like-
was seen on the video. I'm gonna re-roll that just because it was seen on the video.
What?
no, I'm not gonna look. I was gonna look. Just
Okay, if you're not gonna look at the video for that, then I'll just okay. Then I'll go with the first roll then. Alright.
I mean, you can just whisper it to Boston if you don't want us to see what it was.
There's also a 2GM toggle, I believe, in the character sheet.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So from what you guys can tell, you feel that there's not really the full truth being expressed here. And Igneous, as you're continuing to detect the thoughts, you kind of since he knows at this point that you're trying to, that his thoughts are being read at this moment, he's trying to kind of keep things at a low, almost like trying to hide things. But you do catch a glimpse of one thought in particular, which is control. That's the one word that you can pick out as he tries to hold back.
Okay.
So how do you guys respond to that?
This is a waste of time, Don. And I'm gonna end the tech thoughts. We should just get going. What do we need to do? Or what did you guys learn?
I'm sure you would. Fine, but no, I'm not happy that you feel like you couldn't trust me.
I've lost the ability to trust many years ago.
We were pretty trusting at the beginning of our mission or adventure, whatever we want to call it. And that wasn't many years ago.
Oh, well, what he meant by that instead, I lost my ability to trust a year ago, he'll say.
Anyway, what did you guys learn?
No, that if goes anything, if you keep on acting weird,
I'll just disintegrate him if he does anything weird.
I don't think that would be necessary.
that's your choice.
I'll see if that happens. I hope it doesn't. It's a waste of his spell.
If you didn't have anything to hide, you would have just let it go.
Anyway, what did you guys
Anyways.
learn for the time?
What was that?
It
Sorry.
seems that Orin, is that what we're calling him? Orin?
Orion,
Orion, sorry.
Orion?
like the constellation.
It seems that Orion is after the heart scale as well. It's more of a way of gaining more wealth and fame, rather than for power. As his idea of power to begin with is wealth and fame.
Can we trust that?
I think not. I think he's just going to be another competitor in this
Well,
expedition.
yeah, he himself, I know, he already said himself he's gonna try to get it. But I feel like I get the sense, yeah, it's mostly just he just wants that wealth and power and fame. I don't necessarily trust the man who knew in some ways of the dastardly deeds that Loki was doing. Not to the full extent, but he knew definitely weird stuff was going on. But as long as I think we can take his word, as long as we don't cause any trouble for him, then he won't do anything about it. And if he does, oh well, whatever. We'll kick his ass.
So what do we do from here then?
Well, we gotta focus on getting that intel. How? I don't know.
I wish I could help. I don't have any ideas either, says Click Clack.
You know where she's based out of.
Well, that's something that we'll have to figure out. And that means that we'll have to go asking around.
But since it's been a while, did we gain any info like that, maybe potentially, that from him?
Not
I
yet,
don't remember
but
what.
ask around.
He said that if we are as good as we say we are, then we can figure it out. So
That's true. Okay, I couldn't remember. It's well.
Devon will point out that we did encounter her last at the where the battles are being held.
So, that was the train. I don't know if she's there I don't know if she's there every single day. Plus, that was at night too.
It's the same. It looks the same every time.
If
There's not even a clock.
if there is
Yeah.
if she is as desirous for battle as she is, then chances are, if there's a fight going on at that ring, we can find her there.
Maybe. Should we split up? Maybe half of us try to do that. Half of us try to just see what info we can find scouring the town.
Hmm,
I think that might
we
be
could,
best.
I guess. No.
And if, yeah, I don't. We shouldn't hopefully get into too much trouble. Should be fine. Split
Well,
it up.
considering you already met with Orion, I don't see why we need or would get into any trouble.
Exactly.
You already were
Alright.
told expectations of this place, so
All right. Well, we should be able to split pretty evenly. I will. I won't go search around town myself. I wouldn't want
I'll
to
do the
come
same.
Search around town. Just give me a quick like investigation check. You can also do like some sort of like charisma check, maybe just like network, but either works.
I'll go to the arena.
I feel like Don has something
24.
here. Let me see.
Yeah, that's a good investigation check.
Yeah, Ignace. Pretty much right away, you like encounter someone that's just like selling something on the corner. They're just like these little sticks that you like pull a trigger on, and it shoots a ball of sparks out. He's got a bunch, and he's selling them. And you come up to him and ask him about like where Raina might be located. He goes, "Oh
Mhm.
yeah, there's a mercenary shack. You go there, and you know she has mercenaries for hire, so you can go there. And I don't know if she lives there or anything. She like owns the place.
But that's where I would find her.
That's probably your best bet. I know she does. She has a really big ship, but it's not docked.
Hmm. Okay. That's
Boston, I
A
know.
smart.
stick?
Yes.
You do?
Wait, what were you? I didn't hear what you said.
You want a whiz stick? And he holds up the little firework stick.
Oh, I thought
How
this was like
how
a.
much is it?
I thought you were playing like a. You want to buy them death sticks?
1 gold.
And what do they do?
Well, on one side you pull a trigger and it shoots sparks and it's fun and you shoot at your friends. And on the back end it's a vape.
Uh,
You don't want to
no,
buy sell
pass.
me death sticks.
If you had something that shot liquor, then I probably would buy it. But no, thank you.
Like a liquor vape pen?
No, the actual drink.
Well, I was gonna because I have liquor vape pens.
Uh, I'd rather not. Thank
They're
you, though.
called Whiz Sticks Hard Edition.
Uh,
Well,
Hmm.
if you change your mind, I'll be on this corner all day.
I'll probably send my friends. Maybe they are interested in that.
Hell yeah, brother. Appreciate it. And he tells you
Of
where
course.
the mercenary shack is.
Boston, well,
Okay.
I don't want to just go with his and like say like, oh, that's that, because like, I just want to try like I have this part of my background, Echoes of Victory, and I know that this is talking about more about like when visiting an instrument within 100 miles of where you grew up. The first part does that you've attracted admiration among spectators, fellow athletes, and trainers in a region that hosted your past athletic victories. Now, it was in the tournament, so I don't know, like, maybe this would count towards that, and like, this might be a chance I can find someone there who says they admire me and is willing to provide information, and if I want to shelter. Just an idea. You can say like
I mean,
you can say like
possibly
that doesn't
have
really apply.
the tournament. Let's just roll a d20.
D20. Okay. And of course, because I would want to try to see if anyone maybe could, I would take my hood off temporarily. Ooh, that's not a good roll.
Yeah, you kind of do that like no longer famous person thing, or like, hey, you know me, you know this face, and like no one.
You know me, right?
Yeah, no, sure, you were like a ballerina or something.
Nah, forget about it. Put my hood back on. You need to be finding something.
Yeah, I did find some. Apparently, there's this mercenary place. That may be the best bet to find her.
Okay, all right. The rest of the group, did they already head out towards the arena? See if they could find something.
Yeah, Devon has already done that.
I don't know if you want to play that.
I mean, it depends on like when Igneous would have told everyone that he got the information, because it would have taken you longer to get down to the tournament grounds than it would for Igneous to run into somebody on the street to talk to.
That's fair.
Okay.
I'll probably just do it over the sending stone.
Of course, you can still go if you would like to ask like around for other stuff.
I mean, I would like to just like go around still, but that's why I'm just gonna do it over the sending
Like if
stone.
Trevor wants to go to the arena still, you can, but you guys have the information you need.
Oh, why are we going to the arena again?
Well,
I'm
Spencer doesn't
considering it.
Yeah, Spencer and them were just thinking like that's like maybe he get information there. It's up to him if he wants to still go over there, see if there's anything else he could glean. Spencer.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll go there just to see if there's anything else.
Nate, where are you going?
I don't even know.
Just 50-50.
Yeah.
All right. Heads, you go with us. Tails, you go with Devlin.
Well, I was gonna say, like, it's probably not the best idea to have Dvalin go alone if Dvalin's willing to let me tag along.
I mean, if Dvalin's just looking for like some information, it doesn't have to take too long. We could just do a quick roll to resolve it, unless you're like trying to do something a little more than just that.
I don't think we're trying to do more than that, are we?
Like that's up to Devlin and them. Like,
Dvalin, like, what are you asking around about? I guess.
Just what people know about the competition, as well as her name. What was her name again?
Reyna.
That's what I thought. Like what Reyna's standing is in terms of the competitive field right now.
Yeah.
Like is it like a close fight, or is it between like two major competitors, or is it like it's obvious that she's winning?
Make an investigation check.
But natural 20, baby.
Okay, you find out that Reyna is. I mean, she's killed every beast her beast has fought. Like, it has been no contest pretty much every time. People kind of gotten to the point where they kind of know she's going to win. You learn like a little more how the tournament works. They do fights every night where people attempt to go up the ladder of, the standing, the rankings. So there's one tonight. There'll be one tomorrow night, and the one tomorrow night will be the very, very final one. And with a nat 20, you also learn, just through like some gossip, that some of the people there have heard that Reyna is hosting a party. Like powerful people in town, like pirates and stuff, but seems to have excluded any fellow competitors. And she's having it today before the night's fight.
You said pirates were invited to the party?
Yeah, pirates, just general powerful people.
I think
But
I
no
have a
beast fight.
conversation to have with Jellybeard. Knowing this,
With that nat 20, I'll give you the option to look for anything else.
Where is this party being hosted?
It's on her boat.
Okay. And where is that
Well,
boat?
on her massive battleship. You hear that she parks it pretty far away from the city. And only brings it to port when she's like trying to get on and off, but generally keeps it pretty far away. And it is so big that they had to build a port specifically for it.
Interesting. All right. Why am I getting Metaphor Refantasio vibes from this?
I have no idea what that is.
It's a game made by the same creators of Persona.
Yeah, know what it is. Haven't played it yet, so don't. No.
Anyways, he'll thank whatever, if he was talking directly to anyone, he'll thank them for the information.
I think you just kind of walked around and listened to what people were talking about,
Okay.
and then kind of continued the
Pieced it all
conversation
together.
and like asked questions, and so this is like the fruits of just kind of talking around.
Okay. With that information, he's gonna say, "Oh, they're sending son." I'm gonna have a chat with Jellybeard. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right.
He knows where Jellybeard is because they said where they're gonna be staying, right?
I think so.
I don't fully remember, but sure.
This
yeah.
is like during the.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, I
they
don't
probably
remember.
would've yeah, you probably would have heard them tell like Victoria about it and stuff.
I guess Igneous and me, and I don't know. We can say either Victoria or Lordak.
Click.
Or click like whichever one. I just feel like
Yes, Thomas.
no, I'm just saying, me and Igneous are probably gonna go to, I guess, where the person told
Mercenary Shack?
Yeah, the mercenary shack. We're probably gonna go there.
Just like while
so-
Devon's doing what he's doing.
Yeah, with Devon's doing it. So I'm just saying you can choose to go with him. If you were. I think so.
Are you talking to me, Thomas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just,
I wasn't sure who you were talking to at this point.
just click like, what are you? Are you staying with Devon while he goes to Jellybeard?
Yeah, just in case something goes wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
I imagine Lordak would probably come with me and Igneous.
Yeah.
And who knows?
I think that's fair.
Maybe it'll give the two artificers time to concoct some schemes.
Artificers?
Artificer.
Or sorry, Devon's not an artificer. Sorry.
I was like, huh?
Say,
I mean, if you wanted to,
You could multi-class.
I could
multi-
multi-class. No,
I could
Nerd
teach you the ways of the
multi-class.
artificer.
No, it's fine.
Multi-class.
Okay.
That's funny.
He already
Igneous
has
group
enough
will be-
gods to begin with.
Devon group will be.
Well-
Okay, we'll go with Igneous group to start.
Okay.
Okay. It's easy enough to find it. Because it is pretty distinct compared to the rest of the buildings. It looks like a big army bunker, but with like castle-esque like battlements and like towers on it.
Okay.
And you just to see the name, Reyna's Mercenary Shack, and Warrior Massage Parlor.
Okay, that's an interesting name.
Interesting. Is there a lot of
and
people
you
out about?
I'll
walk
let you do
in.
the talking.
That's fine.
Say what?
I'm just telling to Don, like, I'll let you do the talking. Mainly because I wasn't here on that session, so I'm a little bit fuzzy on what to ask.
It's been a
Or like
while.
what we are eating. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I
I-
wasn't
Uh,
even here.
You guys go in, and you can see this like ghostly blue, hulking Hercules beetle thrycrane, whose like head just goes smoothly into his shoulders. There's no neck. He's jacked as a bug could be.
Ooh.
Like all 4 arms and his like 2 legs. And he's just standing at the desk. What's up, bros? How can I help you today?
Hi. So we were just confused, but the sign. This is both a mercenary place and also massage place.
Yes. We actually have pioneered a new kind of massage called warrior massage.
Okay. Explain.
Well, it's basically so intense that you have to be a exceedingly strong warrior to survive it. But if you can't survive it, you will be the most refreshed, the most limber, and the most prepared for battle you've ever been in your entire life.
Wait, I'm getting flashbacks to a certain character from the Hells.
How many
What?
people
What was
have
his
you
name again?
served? And
My
the
dude bro
percentages?
accent is a little similar to Damon's accent, or
Damon,
Damien's
that's who
accent.
it was.
Oh, that.
It's different. It's
There's a
different.
fine line between dude bro and Reddit mod.
I will say it
Yeah.
is different, but it's like there's like the hint of it in there. Like you can tell.
Like, if you guys look at what I just sent on the memes,
Yeah.
Boston's voice totally replicates
Yeah.
the America guy. I get Rex Quant Rex. It's on his shirt, dang it.
Yeah.
From Rex Kwando from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Break the
But,
wrist,
yeah.
walk away.
I've seen that.
I'm gonna break the wrist, walk away. Break the wrist, walk away.
All of our
Yeah.
mercenaries are trained in the art of warrior massage. So everyone participates. We also have a deal where you can get both.
Both what?
Well,
The massage
you get a
and
discount on the massage if you also hire a mercenary, or vice
Oh.
versa.
Okay.
gotcha. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think. What's the percentage of people who are able to withstand that? How do you not?
I guess I didn't
like,
forget to ask though. Did you guys want to just go in, or were you wanting to sneak in? Kind of totally glossed over that.
I think at first we were just kind of
I
coming
think
just
going in would be fine.
to see
Okay.
what's going on. And if we want to sneak, we can sneak later.
Oh my gosh, is this Star Wars?
Sounds like, yeah, Star Wars.
I mean,
Well, it says it's Pillars of Eternity, but it totally sounds like Star Wars.
but hold on, I haven't been listening. Let me listen. Now.
Oh wait, it went away. One sec. There we go. It sounded more like it earlier, but anyway, yeah. What are you saying in response?
I was asking him, and he has answered.
Oh, you
Yeah,
asked, okay.
like, what's like the percentage of people who is able to withstand massage?
I don't really have an exact percentage, but we do like. There's like 3 people that die a week. We try and we have a whole disclaimer, but some people think they're up to it, and they're clearly not.
Interesting. And like, do you get anything special to be able to do it, or is it just you're now just more, you're just now more like relaxed and whatnot?
Well, yeah, the intense beating upon the body loosens all the joints and the muscle to be freer than they've ever been before.
What do you use?
Our own bodies, we unleash a brutal beating upon you. But with technique and skill, of course.
Huh.
Oh.
If you would like, I can bestow upon you a small demonstration.
Hmm. Dawn?
I think I get the gist. I get how it works, it seems.
Well, what brings you in today?
Well, we were just kind of just wandering around, just seeing uh, some, just seeing, looking around the town and whatnot. And we noticed that this is that Reina owns the place.
Sorry. Yes, she is our sensei.
Okay, does she come here a lot?
Yeah, I mean sometimes she'll like stay here, check in, but not super often.
She's probably busy with the Beast games, I imagine.
Yeah, she's got a lot on her plate, a lot of stuff to manage. Uh, successful businesswoman, leader of an army, takes up a
Gotcha.
lot of your time.
Boston, how big can we tell this place was on the outside?
It's like, I mean, it's like the size of like a big gym, sort of. Like it's not small or anything. Like it's a decently sized bunker with battlements on it.
Gotcha.
Not like super tall. There's not like a lot of floors or anything.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um, is there like a lot of like side rooms or like offices and such, or is it kind of a pretty big
I mean, yeah.
open?
You can see various doors. You imagine there's probably multiple, like some side rooms.
Yeah. Oh, I guess one thing I'll say is like, is there someone currently getting that treatment now?
Well, let me check my schedule. Yes, it does appear so.
Is that something that we're able to watch? Maybe that could be the demonstration itself. I don't know how secluded or like private.
Well, I guess it would all be up to the customer. I could go ask if you would like me to.
And he's dead.
I'll
Sure.
go ask. He opens a door that has some stairs that lead downward. He goes down.
While he's gone, I mean, I guess I'll turn to Igneous say like, what are we looking to find here necessarily?
I was expecting you to tell me that, but I imagine more information. What did uh uh I don't know the name of the guy by the way, but
Pelicus
son of
Yeah.
just wanted
Hermes?
you guys to find out more about the like monsterification potion that Reyna had been using,
Okay.
Okay.
and wanted you guys to retrieve a
Did he
sample of it.
leave his like the like book open that probably had a lot of like equipment and such?
The schedule and stuff. Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
there.
Is there anyone around?
Nope. There's nobody in the waiting room as of now.
I want to look. I want to look at this book, and like keep an eye out, keep an ear out. If I hear him come back, I'm gonna of course back and make it look like I didn't go through it. See if there's
Okay.
anything I can glean from there.
Okay, just roll me a perception just to keep your ear out.
Of course, I would tell
Okay.
Igneous, yeah, I'm gonna try to look at the book. Keep an eye out for me as well.
Okay, what kind of information are you just looking to see if there is anybody?
I'll see if there's like names I might recognize. I don't know like how far this thing can go back. See
Yeah,
if
give me
like
an investigation check.
okay. Ooh, 21.
Yeah, you go through. You see that Captain Jellybeard has gotten a treatment yesterday. Who else would you know?
Any like the people like at the party that we interacted with. Anyone on
None of those
Jellybeard's
people. None of Autolycus's people.
anyone on Jellybeard's crew, like I said, like and
That Igor guy did.
what?
And you see that Igor guy, so the guy with like the astronaut helmet and the skinned face, and the shrimp.
Okay.
I think those would
Yeah.
probably be the only names you would recognize.
And I probably see like
And-
how I guess like how many like it looks like are doing it, and do they keep track of like, oh, he died, did it die?
Yeah, some of the names are like X'd out. None of Jellybeard's crew is X'd out. None of them seem to have died in the process, but you do like see like kind of every now and then a name that's crossed out.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just would be looking for whatever you feel like I feel would be useful. So if there's nothing else,
You would also, I think you do notice next to the shrimp's name specifically, there's like a little like star that's drawn, and you can notice some of the other names also have stars next to them. And none of the ones with stars have any, like none of the ones with X's on them have stars on them. But not all the names have them.
not all the names who even don't have are crossed out have the stars.
None of the ones that are crossed out have stars, but not all of the names have stars.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hmm.
But Shelly Shrimple specifically does.
Does
Around this
Jellybeard
point, you
himself
hear
does?
Jellybeard does not.
Does not. Okay.
But you hear the guy coming back upstairs.
Okay. I would quickly stop, and go back to where it was.
Okay, you go back. As he exits the door, you see he is drenched in blood and viscera.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, the guest didn't handle it, and he goes over to the book and crosses the name out. So, fortunately, no demonstrations for today.
Huh.
Hmm.
Is that
Okay.
normal? And I just point to him being like covered in blood.
Well, like I said, sometimes it happens. Don, you do remember when you were like behind the desk? There's like a grate underneath where he stands, and you can see he like goes paler for a second as he becomes intangible, and all the blood and viscera just drops down the grate, and he goes back.
So what is this guy? It's like
He's a
What's-
Thrycreen.
He's just like
Right.
a Thrycreen Hercules beetle
okay.
that's just jacked.
Okay.
Okay.
Which, if Click Clack were there, he'd be very jealous.
You're smarter than him. It's okay. It's a dude, bro.
Which is why Click Clack got kicked out of their society. They don't value smarts or intellect. They value brawn.
Ah,
That's true.
I
You
see.
guys hear the door open as some other people come in, some pirate strong types that are waiting in line behind you, except you guys. Well, is there anything I can help you with today, or not
Anything you
interested
also
in?
anything you also like. This also is the place to hire mercenaries as well.
Yes, that is part of the business model. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Thanks. I guess we'll if we change our minds about doing that, we might come back.
Yeah, for sure. I can see your abs through your feathers there, so I can tell you are a strong warrior indeed, and I would suggest the treatment for you.
Yeah. I think I probably maybe could, but I just want to just check everything else out first.
Very well. Well, have a wonderful day.
Okay. Do I notice anything else Boston does just kind of around here? Like any like
I mean, there seems to be some sort of like office door. So there's like that door that led downstairs. There is the door you came in, some sort of like exit door, and then that office door.
Boston, do we see any sign that has the, I guess, hours of operation or an open sign or something?
You do see somewhere it says open 24/7.
Ooh, okay. It's gonna be tricky though.
okay. All right. I'm gonna go out with Igneous and be like, I'll tell him kind of what I saw in the book about the names, and definitely how some of those people already did it. So maybe I was thinking of maybe we could try to find some of them and ask them
We could.
about the procedure.
I could also. One of us could also stick around to keep an eye on the place, see if there's anything unusual. I suspect that we may have to sneak in.
Yeah. I mean, is there like any side doors or entrance that we feel like we can see, Boston?
Really, just that main door. This is like one of those like round top bunkers, like from like the 40s, like military base style.
Okay.
Hmm.
Maybe wait till someone goes through the door or whatnot. If we're invisible, maybe we can sneak in and then try to sneak through the area.
Wait, so you said it's a closed door, or
There's only really that
Boston?
main door at the front.
And it is
There's not
always
like,
open.
I mean, yeah, they're open 24/7. But like, there's no walls. Like there's a flat bit where like at the front, but the roof slopes down into the ground. So there's no like
Okay.
sides to go through or like windows to go through.
But no, but I'm like the entrance, I guess, where what we used to enter.
Yes.
Okay, it's just like an open door, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's never locked.
Right. But it has a door that opens and
It
closes,
closes.
but it's
Yeah,
just
you can open and close.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Should we do that?
Hmm.
Just
We could maybe a good idea to see what the others are doing first, and maybe figure something else out too.
Yeah.
But we need to know what our priorities are.
I will cut over to the others. If you guys want to continue like talking and planning, feel free to do so. If you
that's
need
fine.
to use
Like I
any
said, I think we're just kind of, like you said, probably wait to see what the others do or they find out anything else.
other room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back to Vaughn and Click Clack. What are you guys doing?
So we're heading over to Jellybeard's.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah.
As they're
Would
heading over
you
there,
let us know? Would you let us know that you were going to
Just
do
let them do their thing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You're right.
So as they're heading over, Devon is going to turn to Click Clack. All right. So I have a plan behind this all, and it involves joining his crew. If you're all right with it.
What?
It's a failsafe if we are not able to be successful in our mission, because he's at the heart scale, and if we are unsuccessful in going on our own expedition, then at least we can join on his expedition.
I mean, yeah, but that how I don't see how we. Oh, this is gonna be a headache.
It's the logical solution behind this all.
It is, but it's still gonna be a headache.
And also, he's gonna refer back to the previous information that they found. With the previous information that we found, it would be best if we join their crew, because if chances are that they're going to be at this party, then us being a part of the crew would likely be going as well.
Part of the crew, part of the ship.
Part of the crew, part of the ship. Precisely.
Well, you're not wrong.
And
Okay, yeah, you guys approach.
Well, let's go see what we can figure out, and then I do think we need to. I don't think we can just give ourselves to his crew in one go. I think we need to.
They did propose that earlier.
I guess they did. I feel like this is something we need to talk with the others about, but I'll follow your lead. Let's figure this out. We'll hammer out the details later. Literally.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
All right, you guys approach the hotel where or the inn where Jellybird and his people are staying. And as you approach, there's no question as to which room is Jellybeard's, as you see shattered windows and Jellybeard standing outside the window, like with his foot up on the broken glass, holding one of his crew by the throat, dangling him outside the window, and he goes, "The party never ends!" and drops him.
Oh, okay then.
The guy like crumples on the ground and goes, "Oh God! Oh, hello!"
Devon waves from below.
Click clack nods.
Well, what brings you here? Are you here to join the party?
We came to talk.
Oh well, that's a little boring, but about what?
Business. Good business, in fact. If that's what you're interested in.
Sure. I guess my curiosity is piqued. He throws like a rope ladder out the window. Feel free to climb up.
He shrugs and starts climbing up.
Here we go. Click clack will follow.
You go into the room. You can see that this is actually just multiple rooms right next to each other, but they have like broken out the walls to connect them all. In the corner, a pile of dead bodies with that like flutter dust around their nose and like the nose bleeding profusely. A like small castle made of like empty bottles, and one guy that's like standing and he goes, "I'm the captain!" And Jellybeard takes out his pistol and shoots him, and he falls behind the wall. He moves like some passed out people off the couch and gestures for you to take a seat. As he takes a bottle of a keg of ale and scoots it over and sits on it. Well, what business are you talking about?
Well, you proposed the offer earlier about you're looking for crew on your expedition to the Heartscale. And, well, I've thought about it a little bit, and I've ultimately decided to join your crew.
Oh.
Is that
all right?
A possibility?
Sure. But like I said, we hold tryouts.
All right. Well, I'm sure that there will be of no difficulty for me.
Your entire crew is interested in doing this, or just the two of you?
Well, as of right now, I've chosen to do this without their approval, I guess you could say. but I'm sure if I talked with
Consent.
them about it, that they would be willing to join.
All right.
It is a fairly logical choice if we can figure out certain details.
I assume you do this after your flubbed attempt at stealing a ship.
Ah, so you heard about that.
Yes, well, it woke up half the city when the announcement came. And I recognized that flubby hippo man that you've been hanging out with.
Well, it wasn't the greatest attempt, and we had no idea who we were dealing with to begin with. So, to say the least, we made some mistakes. But I think that we could learn to become very great friends.
All right. Well, me and my inner circle actually have a party to attend later today. So I'm afraid we'd have to hold off on tryouts till after. But
What kind of party is this?
if you wish. Oh, just some private party with one of the high rollers in town.
Oh?
Yes,
Okay.
We might already know them.
You roll with the high rollers?
I mean, you'd have
yeah,
to
no,
say the name, because we can only assume something till you say that if it's them or not.
Well, it's not everyone's invited, but it's Reyna, that daughter of Ares. Crazy person, but I'm sure the party will be a rager. And I plan not to stop partying until I depart.
I see. And what does it take to get into this party? Because I'm interested as well. I mean, after all, if she's the daughter of Ares, I'm sure that her party will be quite phenomenal.
Well, it was invitation only, and if you didn't get an invitation, unfortunately, I don't think there's anything you can do. And I'm already bringing a +1 and 2.
Your right hand and left hand, I presume?
Yes, Shelly and Igor are going to me.
Oh, that is unfortunate, because I was really looking forward to getting to know you better before I officially joined the tour.
Partying a bit harder if you know he
Are you
means.
flirting with Jellybeard?
No! Why is everything Devon's flirting with every man he's talking with?
I don't know. It sounded like it
This
to me.
isn't a yaoi!
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Now, it seems to me that you are here with more than just intentions of joining.
Well,
Now, I am not a pious man. I'm curious why you might want to come to this party. Are you doing shenanigans? Because I'll tell you, I love shenanigans.
You love shenanigans, eh? Well, we are planning on some shenanigans.
Oh, do tell.
There's some rumors that she might not be playing a fair game, I guess you could say, with this whole Beast Games thing going on.
The rumor I've heard as well.
And, well, we're looking to, as you might say, cause some shenanigans undercover.
Like sabotage the party.
Not the party itself, no.
Steal
What could we-
the supposed potion?
Perhaps.
What would make the party more exciting for you?
Well, I don't want to burn too many bridges, but I don't really respect people just because they've got big ships and throw big parties. So I have no allegiance to Reyna, and I do love a good shenanigan. Roll persuasion.
All right. At this point, he is going to use his channel divinity, to give him +5 on his persuasion check. So it's gonna be a +15. I want to make sure I get this right. 31. 31.
Wait, why do you have +15 again? Or +10 to begin with?
Plus
Are you
10 is base.
proficient?
I'm proficient with persuasion, and then
Oh.
the channel divinity, emissary of peace, gives you
Yeah,
+5.
that one adds 5. I was just curious about the first +10. Okay.
You know what? I'm down. Maybe we can consider this your official tryout.
I would honestly enjoy it, to say the least.
Well, we've got to think about the best way to get you in there. I do know that they're trying to find 2 musical guests. They found one already, but the second, they keep having to find a new one because they keep dying because they're partying too hard. I know you go with a bard, so maybe if you all came as band members, that might be your best way of entering.
Unfortunately, we have met Reyna already, and, well,
She knows us.
she knows us at this point, so we'd have to be disguised or snuck in. So I'm sure that if she snuck in as someone else, I mean, she is an expert at disguises, then I'm sure that would work out. But we'd have to be under a different case.
Well, I'll leave that part up to you. You're not part of my crew yet, so no layups from me. But if you can manage to find your own party, I would gladly back you up. Or really do what is the most fun thing to do at the time. So as long as you keep it entertaining, I will entertain it.
All right. I think that is a fair enough deal. And he holds out his hand to shake it.
He spits a blob of plasmoid phlegm into his hand and shakes your hand.
No flinch from Dvalin. He's blind.
Click Clack is going
You
to.
feel it though.
Click Clack will spit into all 4 hands and reach them all forward.
He sprouts more hands to match your hands and shakes all of them at the same time. But he shakes them so hard that, like, when he raises them, you lift off the ground, and when he, like, shakes them down, you, like, throws you to the ground. There's a massive thud.
Okay, can I make a save to not get knocked down?
Sure, yeah, if you want to, like, out-strength him, we can do a contested strength thing.
Cool.
We'll make this just contested athletics.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Oh.
Okay, yeah, he just fully manhandles you, raises you high enough to, like, break your head through the ceiling, and then throws you down hard enough to break your feet through the floor. It's already battered, though, so it wasn't hard to do in the first place. We have to, like, get your feet unstuck from the floor and to get out.
Cool. He nods in appreciation for the display of strength, because, again, for Thrycreans, strength in warriors is their culture. So he can respect that.
Now, you mentioned that they're looking for another musician. Where might we go to sign up for that?
I can play heavy metal.
I suppose you'd have to find some sort of way of reaching out to Reyna herself. Now, you could go to her storefront, of course, and try and get a message sent to her.
I think that would work out.
Speaking of which...
Right, well, if that's all the business we have to talk, that's the longest break I've allowed myself so far in the partying, so I'm going to get back to it.
get back to partying. We didn't want to hold you for too long.
Remind me how they party, Boston.
Here. Really deadly. Just by doing an insane amount of drugs and alcohol and destroying things mainly.
Oh, okay.
Party pirates, huh?
We're working on taking control of the rooms below us so we can expand even more.
Hey, do you want me to clear you a pathway down?
No, it's fine. It's fine. We're brokering a deal.
Oh, I was gonna drop a 3-ton anvil down through the floor.
We will have no
Oh.
issue of breaking through the floor, literally, but it is occupied ground.
Okay.
Unoccupy it. You guys want any flutter dust to go? And he takes a big ball of flutter dust, like those big like cocaine balls, and opens his mouth and like shoves it in as his like curly tentacle beard forms itself into a cannon and it like loads itself.
Once we're part of the crew, does that sound like a fair deal?
He aims at you, Click Clack.
Click clack stares him face in the straight back. He's like, hit me with it.
You said hit me with it. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll click
it-
high.
His tentacle. He like takes a big breath as his cheeks swell up, and then he expels all the air through the cannon as he launches this thing directly into your face. Whoa.
Make a con save.
No. What?
And
You want me to-
overdose it.
Con
So
save?
I'm going to. Well, let me start with the first thing.
Not one he overdoses.
Now when he ODs and dies.
Okay, so it's a 24 to hit you.
I think I would hit.
I have a 24 AC.
So it's a clash.
I guess that's with my shield. I wouldn't have my shield on, like, in the way, so I'd have like 22 right now.
Yeah, that would hit.
So you'll hit.
Okay. And then I got to roll a damage. Because he's shooting this at you in the face with the force of a cannon at you. There's no need to snort.
It's a projectile.
Just-
Yeah.
It just gets forced into your nostrils from
Well,
the
breathing
impact.
tube. Yeah, the breathing.
Whatever your breathing orifices are.
Yep.
Okay, just 19 damage.
Holy cow!
Make me a con save.
19 damage from a clump of drugs.
It like hits you in the face so hard that you fly into the wall, and you break through the wall as there is this guy with like a really long, like ridiculously long mustache, who's laying in bed next to this like big gelatinous person with like a bra on. He's like, "I love you so much, my baby." As you break through, all the pirates see the opening hole in the wall and they go, "Charge!" And they rush in and immediately begin taking over the. Okay, a 16.
Yep.
To go. Okay, it doesn't kill you.
Yay!
You stay standing. You are immediately high, and will be so for 12 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Holy.
Max time on that?
But it's like cocaine high, so you are like basically super caffeinated and like a little
Can
paranoid.
I be under the effect of? Sorry, Ben's just being very vocal tonight. Can I be under the effect of haste?
You know what? Here's what I'll say. You can be under the effect of haste for all these 12 hours, but every hour you need to make a con save. And if you, so we'll make it a DC 16 con save.
Okay.
If you fail it by more than 5, you have a heart attack and die.
What?
Do not. Do not.
Ooh. I
Do
was thinking
not.
you were gonna say every hour. If I fail it, I gain a level of exhaustion.
Actually, I'm not making
You're-
this an option. This is how this is going to work.
I'll flip.
I mean, it is. You got like point blank to the.
I did.
Yeah,
I did
yeah,
tell him to hit me
I
with this.
think-
As long
So.
as you remain
And
next
I'm
to
going
the
to honor the
Valen,
12.
You have a paladin next to you.
as long as you don't
Is-
roll a 1 or a 2 with me around, you're fine.
His name was really good. So yeah, it went immediately into your brain. Your brain looks like a snow globe right now. It's crazy.
That'd be so dumb. Look like just
Okay.
overdoses on drugs.
Kids, don't do
Well-
drugs.
Don't do. Yeah. No.
After you
don't
get
do it.
coke blasted in the face. Do you guys leave?
Yep.
He turns to leave, but then as he's about to like go down the rope ladder once again, he turns back around. Jellybeard, one more thing. To kind of initiate this whole ordeal of me joining the crew, I thought I'd offer a gift. And he kind of reaches into his pouch. And he pulls out a vial with a liquid in it.
Is this drugs?
Of sorts. It's a way to reset the body and make all the effects of drugs new again. So you get that first hit that you got, and I'm sure the first hit is always the best one, correct?
That is true. I remember my first time. Coke ball blasted in my face by my father. It was so good.
I will say though, it is a slow administer, so you might have
Well-
to.
I appreciate the gift.
He also pulls out the IV as well. To administer it, you have to
Give me
do
a
this.
deception real quick.
What?
Just give me a quick deception.
Okay. Boop. 23.
Okay, I'll roll.
He is
Oh, well.
high.
That is very kind of you. This might not be as useful for me because my tolerance is already extremely high on account of me being a plasmoid and being as strong as I am. But Shelly Shrimple will get a real big kick out of this.
It is a slow administer, so you have to lay down while he has it.
She.
Sorry.
Shelly
I
Shrimple is a she.
apologize. That's why we learn
all right,
these
Shelly-
things.
That's what the star means. Girl.
That's crazy. Why would they be that creepy massage parlor?
Oh
That's what
my
the
gosh.
star means.
Well, maybe we'll get some use of this at the party, huh? Shirley has been a great quartermaster and deserves it.
All right. Just make sure you do a slow
Right.
administer, or else it might be too much to handle.
Sure. Well, I hope to see you there. Party hard. And yeah, whatever. And he inflames his nostrils and shoves 2 big Coke balls up it and snorts it as he goes entirely white for a second and begins like plugging beer bottles into his plasmoid body, creating like new mouths to drink it.
Aye, aye.
And it just sits
Captain.
there swelling up with alcohol. Oh.
Captain.
And he leaves.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah.
Oh.
You guys
Little
leave.
pineapple
Um,
over the sea.
Are you 2 groups going to reconvene, or are you guys still going to keep on doing your own stuff?
We're gonna sit there and like always just talk over to Sending Stone and relay about what was at the mercenary place and told him about the procedure and how some of Jellybeard's people got it done.
I will just small correction, just nothing big, but just it's less of a procedure and more just like a treatment. Like
A treatment,
it's something people
yeah.
go in for frequently, just
That's
as
what I
like
meant. Yeah,
you would a
treatment.
massage.
That's what I meant more. Yeah. Have you? I'll be like, have you gone over to Jellybeard at all? or maybe
yes,
not.
he slips back over the sitting stone. We actually talked with him about some things and found out one way we could get into the party. Apparently, they are looking for another musician, and we have one with us. We just need to.
I can do so many things right now. It's crazy. It's awesome. Like, but you guys are all really annoying, and the noise is loud, and the light is loud.
What?
The light is loud in my eyes, but I can do so many things. As he starts like pulling out his hammer and he starts hitting on one of his anvils. He's not even working on anything yet. He's just like mindlessly tapping on the anvil while his other hand's like tapping his chin. Like, what should I work on? What could I make? What could I make? What could I make?
Did you hear Don? Did you hear Don screech your name? Did you hear
No.
me? Like, yell? I might have been too loud for the mic. I was like, click. Don was like, I'd be like, what is going on? What the frick was that?
And he's still just like tapping his hammer on the anvil, just like, what should I make? What should I make? I can't think of anything to make.
I can just picture Dvalin just like a mother holding the phone to his ear, just like telling like a 12-year-old ADHD who hasn't taken his Adderall kid to calm down. He got blasted with some drugs. He's gonna be
so he's high
for a while. Yes.
I feel great, but it's terrible. It feels great. It's terrible.
You could just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. He's gonna be useless like that. And I know we're not gonna have him overdose too.
Can I hear you say that?
I'm gonna be speaking it so that everyone hears it.
Okay. So he's gonna be really offended. He's like, hey, that's not fair. Why would you say that about me?
Click clack, I worry about you. Don't want you to die.
I'm not gonna die. What are you talking about?
Well, that's I'm sure what those pirates thought. Some of them who took the drugs and they just died. You're a warrior. You're not gonna die of an overdose.
I hope you're right.
That's not hard to pull.
Yeah.
1 hour later, roll DC, roll save.
I'm gonna talk individually to Dvalin. I'm like, just cure him of it. Don't let him die.
I could do so many things right now. It's great. It's crazy. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? What should I do?
I can make so many things. I have so many ideas go through.
Pretty much.
Click clack. You see a like mechanical like walking car that someone drives by that you're like immediately fascinated by.
Yeah. Oh, like, can you describe it?
You get the really strong urge to like yeah, it's just like a cab with like a bunch of like spidery mechanical legs that are like stepping forward.
Okay.
It's a lot of like intricate gear work, and you need to know how this thing ticks.
As he's staring at this, he's gonna like reach into one of his pouches and just pull out a couple of wires, and his underset of arms are gonna start like twisting the wire, bending the wires into the shapes of the different legs as he starts just walking and following this car, just observing it, but trying to get as close as he can to it.
Hey, roll a wisdom save.
Huh?
Wisdom
Roll a
save.
wisdom save. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's click clack. Tism is my superpower.
The tism.
The tism. I love someone with autism. Don loves someone with autism.
What?
It's in the memes, the gifs that I posted.
Oh.
Okay, got 16 click clack did. Or is that different?
No, that was the roll.
Okay, 16.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay, you ignore the urge to actually like run over there and disassemble that car like a Lego Master Builder from the Lego Movie.
Oh gosh.
And you stay content with just recreating it yourself. Okay. Do we want to continue tonight?
I was before if we.
I think it's good for me.
I'm good. You saying like you want to or not?
Well, like
No, like
because
today.
you guys got your information, so the next thing up is just to plan and break
I was
into the
gonna.
party.
I was gonna say. I was gonna ask. Okay, so we need a musician. Where do we go to tell them that we have a musician and whatnot? Do you know, Devalin?
Do where to sign up to be a musician?
Yeah.
Yeah, they mentioned something about going to her store and
The mercenary place
no, I don't think that one's it. Um,
or
it's what was the store's name? Did Jellybeard ever mention it?
You just said Raina's storefront.
Raina's storefront. Okay, I'm sure if we
but
ask around, then we could probably find out where that store is, and then we can.
but I don't think that is that not here. Would like
Yeah,
Dom know
that's the
like
place
no,
you're
that's
at.
not here.
That's what they mean. Yeah.
Oh, I think I'd be like, oh, I think we're here already. So that must be where it's at. Um, so just meet us over here. Before you do, I know you just talked to Jellybeard, but ask him about this treatment that he got at the place here. Because there's like this treatment that's supposed to really like for warriors that like if you're not ready can actually kill you. And so we're kind of wondering about what it really is like and what it does. And Jellybeard and some of his crew have apparently gotten it done. So, um, so if you can find that out real quick, I know. Devalin.
We had just left Jellybeard, so going back would be kind of inconvenient for him since he wants to continue partying. But we we have information, and we have a way to get at least one of us in. And in fact, actually, technically, we have a way of getting at least two of us in, if we think about it.
we were also thinking about trying to sneak into this place, see if we could find any information.
Well, I would probably have to leave that to you. As I'm probably gonna go and look for Victoria now and get her in on becoming
Victoria's
a musician.
it would either be with me or you.
What was that?
I would say,
I don't.
based on how she likes to party, it would be with the Balin already.
Probably. Oh yeah, she definitely would have went, or they definitely would have went to Jellybeard's place because they were like already invited and
Yeah.
acquainted with them.
Okay. Rewind. We are heading over with Victoria now, and we will likely get her to be a musician there. And additionally, as well, if we can, if push comes to shove, at the very least, we can get at least me and Victoria in. I can go in as a guise of a bottle, because well, I can turn myself into steam in a sense, and cram myself into a bottle. Don't ask why I thought of that. I've done it before. It's not comfortable.
A genie in a bottle.
What?
Gotta rub him the right way.
And if we can get her in as a musician, then we can at least get the two of us there. Which, at the bare minimum, could at least get us some foothold into this. As for you, if we could get you there as potential mercenaries, that would be probably the go-to. However, since she knows your faces, we need you to have disguises as a result.
Oh no. Well, maybe I don't know. I don't think necessarily like the place to become mercenaries here. I don't know what else. What would that gain much for us?
Well, chances are she needs people to guard the party, because if it's such a exclusive event, then people who are trying to get there are likely going to, who are not invited, are going to have to be scared away.
My thoughts maybe is while this party's going on, and there's maybe less people here, maybe some of us can infiltrate her storefront here.
That's a possibility. However, chances are, if I had to place any bets or guesses, any of her laboratory research is likely on her ship.
Would
And in
fit
fact,
on her ship?
Hey, Boston.
Mm.
With the natural 20 that I had gotten a little bit ago, can I ask one more little tidbit of detail? It's along the lines of one of the details you've already shared.
Depends what it is. If it's just like clarification.
So you mentioned that it's seen that her ship comes to pick her up here multiple times. Has people who have seen her go onto the ship also seen the beast going onto the ship as well?
Yeah, I mean, you would know that she goes a lot of places with the beast.
Okay. Chances are, if I had to place any bets, given the fact that she goes on the ship with her beast, that chances are, especially if she's trying to keep it as secretive as it is, there's something there that she's hiding. No one goes to such lengths of being a recluse as such without having secrets.
True.
So that's just my guess, and I'm sure that if you wanted to infiltrate there at that storefront, that maybe there might be something there as well. And in fact, now that you mention it, I think if, in case my bet is wrong, that having two fronts of infiltration, one at her store and one at her ship, might be the best play.
Okay, so we're in agreement with that. You two of these can infiltrate at the party.
And maybe if we can get an additional person to come with us, then that'd be ideal.
And then maybe
Split
another.
3.
Yeah, we can try that. Okay.
I think that's
Okay, I'll say
I
we can end here. Because
spot to
Victoria is a bigger part of this. Or if you guys wanted to really quick, just do what Dawn and Igneous are doing with trying to get some more information from the bunker. I'm fine doing that just because it doesn't involve like Victoria anymore. But I think once you guys get to the point when you're like moving forward with like the party plan, we should end.
I'm good to end here though. We can do it. Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
I'm good to end here too. Yeah.
Good session, everyone. That turned out a lot better than what I was expecting, to be honest.
I want to torture that squid a little bit more next week.
He's gonna get the party.
You know where he lives.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know where he lives, and I prepare some spells
He's gonna be at the party.
Specifically for messing with this guy.
specifically to mess with this guy.
That's awesome.
He said he's gonna become like a BBEG or something.
Even better.
Where are you?
Or like,
Forget Diabolos. Toss all of that away.
Or like the sequel, like in like the sequel like series, like it becomes bad guy because he's like.
You guys, his grandchildren have to fight this guy.
Or like we become heroes later, and he leaves and she's about it's like him. After what?
Well, he doesn't know my face.
Yeah, it's so funny. He has no idea even what to look for.
True. That's true.
He just remembers a figure disintegrated his friend. He's probably like associated that with just like, oh, the trauma makes me forget this guy.
Oh wait, this is the same guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh my gosh.
That's why-
I didn't even know that.
What-
I didn't remember that. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Where are you?
What?
He's just gonna become crazy. And then he's gonna be put
He
to
already
a
is.
room filled with rats. The rats will make him crazy.
Probably the
Damage
most.
people, damage people, Igneous.
We've done a lot of stuff.
What?
But probably the most diabolical theme.
I said damaged people, damage people.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You know, Igneous likes to go for the long term, if possible.
He can't be the only one with severe trauma and growing insanity. You have to create some friends to share the experience with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
You know, actually, so with Igneous getting crazier and crazier, it would be interesting, like an interesting mechanic to where, like, in order for him to satiate some of his craziness, he has to make other people crazy.
Interesting.
That's like his way to like.
Well, right now
himself insane.
he needs to get them like hooked on peanut butter. Why aren't you spreading the word of peanut butter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lord
I don't need it
Savior
yet.
Peanut butter.
I do
I will
need
drop-
to start doing
God.
stuff, but I haven't had the chance to do many things.
Those
That's gonna be the
heathens
next
who
thing
are
you do to
allergic,
him.
they shall never
That's
know
next
the
thing- that's the next
bliss
Yeah,
thing
the
you
of
next
do.
next thing I need to make the guy allergic to
You will
peanut butter.
bow. Yeah, you will bow. You will bow to me, God of peanut butter.
Yeah,
Alright.
next up is making the guy allergic and then making him see peanut butter everywhere.
Nice. Well, I think I'm good for a session next week. I don't think I have anything going on.
I don't think I have anything going
It
on
should be
either.
good too.
Lena's starting a new job, so she'll just be joining the session like late every time. But
Okay.
I talked with her; she's fine with that. She just like gets off a little late and then has a long drive home. So
Where's she working?
the hospital in Driggs, which is like an hour away from Rexburg.
Oh.
She's just
Oh.
like, being a cook, but it's like it's like 3 days, 12-hour days, but you can like get there later and leave early because you just have to like make sure all the patients are fed. So all the patients that are there, if they like have gotten their food, you can leave.
Oh.
And it's like 23 an hour, so it's good.
Yeah.
Not bad. That's more than I'm making. Sheds a tear.
Yeah, that's more than I'm making. So
I'm making less.
But it's also like long hours, and she has an hour drive there and back, so it's really
Yeah.
I guess
hours.
it's just a really demanding job, so I guess that's fair.
Yeah, but it is nice also that she'll get like 4 days in a row off.
Yeah.
True.
That's not bad.
Anyways,
right. We'll see you guys next time then.
All right.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.
Why are you
Bye.
licking my leg?